I'm from Georgia. I got an accent, and I'm a hobo.
Sorry for the butts in Scottsdale yesterday. I mean to hit it and quit it in the parking lot.
You can't tell Mike anything, by the way. He'll say it out loud in front of the whole crowd.
I didn't say that. That didn't happen.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mike and Max Off-Road Podcast, brought to you by Keep It Simple Off-Road and Diamond Hitch Construction. Today, we're here at Good Time Charlie's. I'm your host, Mike Austin.
And I'm Max Kraus, and we're taking you from the garage to the trail.
Back to the garage.
Yeah, back to the next garage.
All the music and shit comes in later, you know, with post. We actually are in front of a live audience, and this is really weird. So, we're here with Ian. Ian, tell us who you are, buddy.
I'm Ian Lodgeblad, and the creator of the Go Devil Run, or the idea man behind the Go Devil Run, anyway.
Nice. Clint?
I'm Clint Elliott, and
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice. Perfect. That was good.
narrows it down to
That's
I'm just a
amazing.
guy that has an old Jeep and
I'm totally...
went on the Go Devil Run, and we got old 6-quart.
And this is your brother's shop.
This is my brother's shop we're in, and dreamed about it a long time, and it's finally come to fruition.
Right on. And we have a Columbia drug lawyer.
No, but yeah, my name is Dane Schroff, and I'm addicted to flat fenders. That's
Oof,
why I'm here.
Very accurate.
Hi, Dane.
Yeah.
You're all looking up there. You look there or there. Just kidding.
So this episode is mainly going to be about the actual Go Devil Run that Ian Lodgeblad. Is that pretty glad? Was that pretty close?
Lodgeblad. Three syllable. Just
Mike
like it's
and I have
spelled.
had this discussion like 100 times on Little
Just as
Brand.
it's just as it's spelled.
Lodgeblad. It's not hard.
But you put this run together.
Yeah.
This is the actual Go Devil Willie's Run, or what is it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Go Devil Run.
The Go Devil
Yeah,
Run.
yeah.
And what do you have to have mainly to be in this run?
I mean, the number one rule is to have a Go Devil engine, which I mean, it's
Yeah.
namesake. So, but no tires bigger than 30.5 inches tall, no radials, no modern tread.
No air conditioning.
We had to have the no modern tread for Mike Dora over there.
Yeah. Cheater ass.
He's each decided to show up with some cheater tread.
That's illegal as
Total
fuck.
bullshit.
Tried to lawyer the system up.
He found a loophole.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
it's getting more strict every year, because this year we had 34 do the whole run and 38 or so actually show up, drive up Cheater Way with a trailer and which is totally illegal. But yeah, I mean, next year we gotta weed some people out, so it's getting more strict.
So you might enforce the rules a little more next year.
Oh, I'm going to.
For like, what
enforce
are
the
you
rules
mainly looking for? Like a different frame, a different engine, a different
What?
a different distraction.
I
Who are you gonna kick out?
You've turned
Oh.
people away for this one.
We gotta warn people for next year to keep it tight.
well, yeah, I mean,
we want people to show up.
next year there's no Roxor frames or CJ5 frames.
Well, I
So-
think the biggest thing is we got to find out what Andy Gooding is running and make whatever that is illegal,
Is
so
that
we
my
can
plus
keep him
one?
out.
Is that his last name? Is that my plus one?
Yes.
Andy will be there if I'm there.
Whatever
Just
we
let
have to
you
do to
know.
keep Andy out, that's what we're looking to do.
Right.
Nice.
Somebody has to bring Skip, his wife.
We all love Andy. That's why we all love Andy.
I love
Secretly,
you, bro.
we don't want anyone to know it.
I don't know your last name, but we're good, dog. I got your back. All right, yeah.
Cool. So this is actually the second year, right?
Second year 2, yeah, and it almost doubled in size in year
Wow.
2. Yeah.
That's amazing. We were chatting a little bit earlier about it. I was trying to get all the behind the scenes going, and I forgot it all. You know, but it was really interesting, definitely.
What are the so for people to know, what is actually the Go Devil Run? Like it's not like a regular run, but it's like an overlanding thing.
I mean, I guess kind of an overlanding thing. I mean, I don't want to be known as an overlander.
Hell no, right? We're
But,
camping. We're just camping.
Yeah.
That's what we did
It's-
in the 80s.
It's yeah, I mean, a 3 to 4 day camping trip with generally 40s Jeeps,
1940s.
1940s.
Up to 51. Just because that's what mine is.
Well, yeah. I mean, yours is a flat fender, and you
yours
have
is
you have
full 51
134, so it's cool. But I mean, the whole idea really was to pay homage to the people that came before us and drove these Jeeps in the 1940s, whether in wartime or after the CJs. Those veterans came home and bought those Jeeps and drove them on the farm. So it's to pay homage to those people, those guys. And the whole idea really is to take it. If you took a black and white photo on the Go Devil Run, that you wouldn't be able to tell if it's 1940s or 50s or if it's modern day.
So even the outfits are, it's part of the deal.
Yeah.
If you want to go on the Go Devil Run, ideally an era-correct vehicle, and you're going to dress up in some Goodwill jeans and a button-up shirt, cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Well,
you can't wear your nice new jeans with the stitching
you
down the side.
you can also show up like Dane did this year.
like a
District
Columbia drug
Selectman Dane showed up like he was running for Congress. It was awesome.
Somehow
It was awesome. You did.
Someone else had an amazing jacket. That thing was that you, Andy?
Oh,
Did you
no,
have-
it was Sean.
that was
was
Sean.
Sean,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
never mind.
Best, worst DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Speaking of the best worst DJ, when I only showed up on Friday kind of late, around 9, and it was a crazy party/rave when I showed up, and I was a little worried because it was a little far from Crown King. I was like, I see no lights, nothing, and then I came over this hill, and it was like like it was a crazy party, louder
The
than
worst music ever.
but you couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it unless you like you had to be within like 200-300 feet, and then it was like you see the lights, the fire.
Couldn't hear yourself
So,
think.
okay, so the reason
It
we
was
had a
bad.
rave, though, right? The rave was like a gift from someone, right? Wasn't it Nadine's gift?
Well, she supplied the LED lights, the bracelets and necklaces
Oh,
and
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
So basically, okay, so one of the rules was, or not rules, but you would put it out that saying, hey, like this is all about like something to do with giving and gifts and like
Gifting. Gifting, yeah.
Okay, so explain that.
So I've been going to Burning Man now I did 9 years in a row. It would have been 10 years, but was canceled by COVID. And one of the 10 principles of Burning Man is gifting. So it's basically just giving something and not expecting anything in return.
Okay.
And it could be a material item.
That is the squeakiest fucking chair ever. You weren't kidding, Charlie, when you said that squeaky.
You should put the mic right up.
Jesus
to it.
Christ, dude,
I
that
got
is
it.
loud.
But no, I mean, so gifting is just giving something without expecting anything in return. So I mean, it could be as simple as I'm going to talk to everybody on the Go Devil Run and get the inside story about their Jeep. Like it just could be in your head. It doesn't have to be anything monetary or
Like
have
my
to
gift will be a video.
Yeah,
Sort of, right? It's
sure.
just nobody knows anything.
or
but
this
that's my
this
plan.
podcast. Yeah.
Or just your stories are like I've heard from so many
Yeah.
people already that you stole the show on like story time multiple
Oh
nights.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Against Andy?
I mean, it could be as simple as like I'm kind of an introverted guy, so and I don't show my emotion on my face. So I've gone to Burning Man before and just set this intention to say, I'm just going to smile at everybody that I see or everybody I interact with, because I don't really do that in real life or in the normal world. So it could be as simple as that, or it could be a T-shirt or a koozie. I mean, we had a lot of koozies this year.
Right.
very cool.
Yeah, it was.
I like that.
It was true. The whole thing's different. Yeah, like there's one point where I was just sitting there listening to everything going on, the chaos around the fire and the camp and all that.
I did that also. It was cool.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's literally, I don't even know. I know I'm jumping all over, but like the loudest campfire I have ever been to in my entire life.
Oh yeah.
That's surprising to me.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I've been around a lot of loud campfires or something. I don't know.
I expect more from you, Mike.
I know. It was just, you know what I mean? Like, so I kind of,
Mike's been around a lot of quiet campfires.
we're all sort of staring at each other.
By himself.
I think it helps
Andy's
though.
deal, bro.
I think it helps that fire they use that fire ring that's all propane, so there's no smoke, so everyone
Smells
can be
great,
around.
too.
It gives the feel of a fire. It actually had warmth, but
Fucking,
you know.
speaking of funny, that first night we went to light it, who I don't know who lit it.
No, it wasn't
Dude,
me.
fucking Nadine is going. She's like turning up the gas, and the guy's trying to get in with the lighter. Whoever's lighting it.
Oh, the gas is going.
I could smell the gas from like
man.
5 feet away, and I was all like, I leaned in to tell the dude back up, and Nadine looks at someone else and goes, "Check this shit out." She cranks it up louder, bro. And then when it lit, it was the guy with the blue or the gold headlights. What's that guy's name? The blue Jeep.
Jason Paul.
Jason Paul, yeah.
Dude, it was a fucking
he make
8-foot
it?
fireball, 8 feet wide, 10 feet high. Boosh. I look at Nadine, she's laughing.
Jason
bro.
Paul doesn't
Does he
have
look like
eyebrows
Ian
now.
now?
No. Fogged his glasses up, melted.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I do remember
It's fucking fun.
within 5 minutes of showing up Friday night, Mike had to show me how good this propane fire works, the ring and everything. There was some
She's here.
nice person with
Yeah.
long hair,
Mike
and
Doerr's
she
wife.
turned around, and we got a death
Mary?
glare. Like, I think we almost burnt her hair off.
Yeah, I
Like, Mike
cranked
had
it
to
up.
show
She's
me
like,
that it
"Fucker,
goes,
I got product
it
in
goes
my
6
hair."
feet up in the air, and so people were like, had their back to the fire, you know?
Who was that?
Mike Doer's
Mary.
wife.
Oh, Mary?
And she was like, "Hey, asshole."
Yeah.
I got shit in
She
my
might
hair
have used
right
a
now.
different word
Yeah.
that she always uses, but
Fuckerhead? Is that
my
what-
mom's in the audience, so I don't want to use it. But yeah,
But, I mean, we do know the rules that it should be era correct, so you shouldn't have hairspray in. I mean,
oh,
Did they have hairspray in 1940?
no way.
No?
I don't
someone
know.
research that and get back to us.
Yeah.
So Morgan says yes.
Oh.
She is the
Never mind.
aficionado. We're just gonna go ahead and say
It just
okay
wasn't
on
called
that.
Aquanet.
Yeah, Aquanet.
The okay, so basically you came up with this brainchild to do this, but like you didn't start with flat fenders. You've been like a hardcore rock crawler. You did all, but you don't have that anymore, right? You're just a flatty
No.
now.
All I have is Baby Blue, my little flat fender, and Big Willie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I started out, building my own rigs in, I don't know, early 2000s, and
I thought it was later or earlier than that.
I mean, I guess it was. It was probably like 95 I started, but I didn't really start to get, I wasn't good at it back then.
You had to
I
learn,
guess.
too, so it
Yeah.
took some time.
Yeah. I got a job at Four Wheeler Supply in like 96 or 97 and learned a lot from Randy Ellis. And, but yeah, I did like the whole ARCA circuit and competition stuff, but that didn't last long. I had more fun in the parking lot at an ARCA event than I did on the,
What's just because I'm ignorant? What's ARCA?
Arizona Rock Crawling Championship
I think it's
Association.
I think it's American Rock Crawling Association.
But it's like actual buggies with the course, the cones,
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not just friends going out off-roading.
Yeah, it was started by Ranch Pratt of Terraflex. So it was like one of the first rock crawling circuits. So
I didn't know
So
what it was
you've-
either.
You didn't really go full circle, but you have gone all the way back to the beginning and then just fell in love with the flat fender stuff and stuck to it.
yeah, it was really Eric Fillar that got me into the whole flat fender thing. I had this epiphany.
There's a lot more worse things I think he could get you into.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
After meeting Eric for the second year,
Yeah.
there's plenty of stuff he could get you into.
I thought that too, dude.
Yeah,
I was thinking, I followed him when we went to Prescott. I followed him, and we're doing like 15 miles an hour, if that. And he's in a perpetual death wobble the entire fucking time, dude.
Perpetual
And he's just,
death wobble is
Just
the
chilling,
best.
like, wow, wow, wow. And I was like, he's got to be like tank slapping the shit out of that thing in there, you know?
It's just part of the ride.
Yeah,
the
and you
death
go up and you
wobble.
go, bro, I think you got like wicked death wobble. He's like, it's the road, bro. This thing will do 50 miles an hour down the highway straight as an arrow. We're like, sure it will. Okay, dude. I was like, now I know how you make that shit last, bro. You're going like 5 miles an hour, you know? But yeah, that's a good dude.
There's always one in the crowd.
Yeah, that's the guy that didn't want to be on the podcast.
right?
He's like,
He's being on it.
wait till he starts chucking glass at us. Yeah. That's Charlie. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Cheers to Charlie for giving us
Cheers to Charlie.
good time, Charlie.
So this was the second year.
Mom
that you did
just
the
walked
back way to
in.
Crown King, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you gonna keep it there for now, just because it's a convenient it's like a convenient place. It's a good time of year, weather-wise, to do it there.
It has destinations in it.
It has a
which is cool.
destination.
It is all perfect and perfect time of year, and that wasn't even my intention for the perfect time of year. But I think next year we're going to change it up a little bit.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
And,
Is it going to stay in Arizona, though?
Pay attention, guys.
I mean, it's unofficial, but I think we're going into Baja next year.
I'm in.
Because we got to cut
You
down
got to
this
tell
crowd.
everybody to get their passport.
Yeah.
We got to cut down this crowd. We almost had 40 this year.
That's all right, though.
That's a lot of cats to herd.
Dude, it was a lot, but we don't herd cats.
No.
We'll leave your ass.
If anyone's if anyone listened to this last year, they'll leave your ass.
That's right. So that I said that because you fuckers left us. Like we could only make it 2 miles before we started having.
I was that guy
issues.
this year, Mike.
I know
all
it is
about it.
Night and day difference, dude.
Yes.
So this year I was alone, solo, and I didn't have. So first off, okay. So this is bone stock flat fenders, super simple stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to kind of have some sort of mechanical skills because nobody's going to save you.
Right.
You're on your own. You know what I mean? Like you'll have 1 or 2 people that if you break over some, pullovers, you'd be like, hey, do you have this or that? What do you got? And if you don't know your stuff, you're not really. I mean, I don't see it. I guess eventually somebody's going to jump in and take over.
Well,
there's got to be over 100 years experience combined in here.
Easy.
And these are super freaking simple. However, everybody is looking at you to do it. You have they're not being dicks. There's no dickish about any of this, but you better know. You have to know what the fuck you're doing in a sense. It's not for the guy that can just buy a flat fender because he's got money and jump in and do this run.
Right.
Are you talking about Dane?
Yeah. They don't know shit. Sees a podcast. I'm in.
clue.
Let me buy 12.
I
and now
hired
know
some
everything.
mechanics to follow me around. Not at all. Not at all. I broke down within the first 10 miles of GDR, by the way. And it was me that fixed it. Thank
12
you to
miles
Sean,
and 13.
Toby, and Mike Dora for the fuel line. Thank you guys. They provided the parts. I made it happen, and just went on an auxiliary tank the rest of the trip. Worked perfect. Had no other problems.
It's exactly what Drew and I went through last year.
Yeah, it really was. I thought about y'all a lot.
We made it to Crown King, and then we were smart enough to switch the tanks.
Yeah, I
You know what
wasn't.
mean?
I wasn't smart enough. I just got too drunk every night and was like, I'm not changing tanks.
Bro, I
Whatever.
blew through 30 fucking beers that first night. That's when Max showed up. I was recovering, on the next night during the rave, bro.
Lightweight.
On Thursday?
Yeah, I had
Thursday you did 30 beers?
maybe?
30 beers, dude.
30 beers. That's cute.
Thursday. That's cute.
I remember lunch.
Remember my first beer. That's fucking rich, bro. Yeah, so when we did Fuck Off Friday, I was like, thank God this is Fuck Off Friday. I am hammered, man.
Thank God for Fuck Off Friday.
Yeah, it's the best ever, dude. It beats
Well, that's what I was trying to do was hard day, easy day, hard day, easy day.
Yeah.
And where all did you guys go? Didn't you guys end up going to Horse Thief Basin? Didn't you guys-
So Thursday we go up from New River to Crown King, set up camp.
The back way to Crown King.
Back way-
Very well-known trail.
Back way to Crown King, and set up camp. That's our base camp the whole trip.
Yeah.
And then Friday we just did Horse Thief Basin and tennis courts and.
See, I didn't know there was tennis courts
Oh,
out there.
yeah.
Mike,
Oh,
got
you
mad
didn't know?
skills.
Oh, you got to come catch a tennis game.
Yeah.
Ryan Miller
I-
brought up rackets and
From the
balls,
70s
and they had a
even.
full-on game.
Yes.
When I was younger, I played tennis for 2 to 3 months.
Oh, dude,
At
you
least.
might.
to
You might.
three
I got
months.
skills.
You might dominate
Skills.
next year.
Yeah.
I got.
But we don't fuck
bringing it.
around, dude. There's no
I got the
net.
wide
You can play off
racket.
the fence, multiple bounces, doesn't matter. And fucking pine needles and logs and shit in there. That's all fair but game. Bro.
Let's just say the rules are less strict than GDR rules.
Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah. There are no rules in the tennis game.
So that was Friday, though. You guys did Horse Thief Basin on the easy Friday.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. The Friday was just Fuck Off Friday.
Yeah.
is what
Did
it's
everybody do it, or did some people hang back? Can you just hang out at
you do
camp?
whatever
I
you
know.
want.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some of us had issues and had to hang back. Not purposely, but yeah.
Oh, Dane again?
No, me. It was me this
Oh,
year.
it's you.
I just couldn't really play tennis in cowboy boots,
Gotcha.
Could.
But
You just
everybody
had to
else
be a
did,
bitch.
though. I know. I just, I was being lazy. It's Fuck Off Friday.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's the greatest thing ever, dude. Fuck
Dane,
off.
Dane
so
didn't
that's-
want to dominate the circuit.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Love. That's all I remember.
He's all got tennis shorts on and balls in his pant in his pocket. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy?
So then Saturday, you guys went into Crown King, right? Into Prescott.
Prescott, yeah.
Whiskey Row.
So
Whiskey
yeah,
Row.
the whole plan was to go all the way to Prescott. I mean, the thought was to park on Whiskey Row,
Yeah.
but
You have no
way.
control
the town
over.
was crazy
Yeah.
that day.
Dude,
Just
yeah,
bikes
there's no way
everywhere.
we're getting together in there.
There was some like female biker club or
Chicks,
something.
dykes on bikes. That's what we kept calling them, bro. My bad. But fucking, that's what we're like, hey, man.
I knew
Dude,
this
we were-
podcast was PC.
Talk about unnecessary revs.
Yeah, right? I saw you say that. We were crossing Main Street, and there was a JK in front of us, and I was like one of the first 2 or 3, and they the light turned green, they crossed, and they just stopped. And I'm like, what is going on up there? And I just pulled to the side a little bit, and there was a woman in his bagger that just dumped her bike over.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that.
And the guy got out of his JK and went out and helped her pick up her bike and get her back on it. And then he got back on he got back in his Jeep and then we drove on. But it was like holding up everything.
I didn't see that. Holy shit. Yeah, we went
Yeah,
into
you're
a parking
calling her
garage.
names.
Yeah. Fuck them. It was cool though, dude. Like when you said you were going to Whiskey Row, I was like, that's like 80 miles round trip. That's
Dude,
in
it's
one
a
fucking
good
day.
trip. Crown
I
King
thought-
to Prescott is pretty far.
Oh, dude. I thought like, I was like, when I get home or when we get back to camp tonight, everybody's just going to be pissed off at me because
It was
because
awesome. Dude.
We all did that the first night.
Because
Ian.
I thought I was going to get beat up on Friday night. Like,
Just for the
or Saturday
distance,
night.
how long the day was.
Yeah, it was just it's a lot of miles, and
It's super
but
slow.
but the road was not that bad. Really. It was pretty good.
Yeah, there was a couple sections at the end where it was cool, but I didn't know you led us through around Prescott like that. Because I was like, why the fuck are we taking all these turns, dude? And we ended up down that one like Old Town Road, you know, and like
yeah.
all those people came out and they were like looking, and we were getting like parade rules. And I was like, we're not in a parade. But people were stopping
Yeah.
at the stop signs, intersections, and letting us cruise through, run the stop signs and
That's
shit.
awesome.
We just kept going. And the smiles on like some of the older guys that were out there was fucking amazing.
Oh,
dude.
nice.
Totally.
Absolutely amazing.
That was all Trent McGee's fault, by the way.
Oh, was that what it was?
He was touring us around,
Well, he was
know.
trying to do right.
but it was awesome.
Hand
I mean,
turns.
it really.
Oh.
He didn't want to
I
do
loved it.
like out of the
Lefts
circle
where we
out
could
of the
split
Circle
up.
K. He didn't want to do a left-hand turn in the Circle K and like lose everybody. So we were doing right-hand turns like UPS drivers.
That makes sense.
UPS.
Dude, it was like chaos. We all pulled into the same Circle K, and it was fucking flat fender takeover.
And there's never
bro.
40 pumps.
It was like Sturgis, dude. It was like Sturgis on steroids. There was flatties everywhere. Go ahead.
That Circle K, that's where the head gasket
head
was
gasket,
changed
yeah.
in 48 minutes.
Which we should probably get into without a doubt, because if you can't talk about this without mentioning
Brian.
Brian, who's a fucking machine when it comes to taking shit apart.
Well, and you gotta mention Miller's
Miller.
Outpost, Ryan Miller.
Yeah,
that
that
had
guy's a-
every part for any part of the Jeep in his Jeep
a
somewhere.
rolling warehouse.
And you
Yeah.
said
Miller's
very well
Outpost.
organized.
Huh?
You said it was also organized.
Dude,
It wasn't
I
a
went
big
for
trash can of stuff.
I went for a washer, and he had nuts and bolts separated in Fisher tackle boxes, like by size, bro. I was like, what
I
the
so wish
fuck?
I was that organized.
Like,
so bad.
Who doesn't just chuck that in an empty hole somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I had drills in my cooler, dude. Like shit everywhere. And yeah, it was awesome. But he had a head gasket, the copper sealer, like everything you needed. And I think Brian spoke up. He's like, "Let's tear this fucker apart right here, dude." I wasn't there because I was drinking in a
Fuck
bar
yeah.
somewhere.
No.
I was
Really?
having a great
You?
time. Yeah, bro. I was flawless this year. You know what I mean? I kept telling myself, "Fuck that guy up front, man. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm gonna just chug this bitch as low as it'll go to where I'm not beating the shit out
Wait,
of it."
whose Jeep was it again?
Drew's Jeep. Yes.
Oh.
It was a loaner. Came from Enterprise Rental, but
Enterprise.
whatever. I bought the insurance on it. We're good. I shoved my plates on it. So,
Oh, you did from your Willys?
yeah,
That's
because I knew we
smart.
were going into town. And I probably should have insurance on this. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Probably.
but it was a good fucking time. But Yeah, there's a lot of shit happened in Prescott. I liked it. I liked it.
Did you
'Cause it
really?
was- huh?
Did you really like it?
Yeah, it
like,
was a challenge. Like, we knew we were going to get there. I knew it was going to come back in the dark. I knew it was going to be hard, but I'm a bar guy. Like, I like
I am
sitting in the
too.
bar, just chilling, bullshitting. That's my fucking thing.
me too.
We're sitting in that corner by the piano, you know, and like,
Yeah.
if I could have got it open, you guys would have heard my piano
and
skills.
Whiskey, and Whiskey Row is just cool. You know, it's very old. There's a
it's
lot
great.
of history. I lived on Whiskey Row for 6 months one time. Shit show. Wow. It was bad. A hippie got like thrown downstairs one time. Like,
Dude, we
no
took
offense.
Billy Hendricks.
Oh.
We have a buddy Billy that was there on what's the one, the Birdcage, where it's upstairs.
Yeah.
And we talked that guy into drinking the bar mat.
Ah, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
drinking all the shots that spilled over. You know, like it was.
And
disgusting.
Prescott, they pour pretty heavy drinks. Like everything's strong. If you like mixed drinks, yeah,
It was a good time.
it's good. It's a good place to
Hey.
be 21 and learn how to drink.
You keep doing that, I'm going to call you up here.
Oh,
Come on, Charlie.
It's the older brother syndrome, bro. Okay.
oh, here we go. Ah,
Hang on, let me get around.
Yeah.
I got to
All
get
the
around
broken.
all this.
all
You
the
guys have
broken
talked
Ford
about
cylinders.
everything that happened on the trail at GDR, but every year you got to get ready for the GDR, right?
Right.
This guy right here, old six court. I just tripped over 1, 2, 3, counting the one that's in the Jeep. 3 engines in 3 weeks
And
to get ready.
The one that's in it is a loaner, right?
It's an Alford race engine.
Now,
Cole
Alford
Alford.
race.
It's one of his race engines, guaranteed to knock at like 2,500 RPM.
It's one of those ones that
Guaran-
ran when he parked it.
It's guaranteed to have blow by, guaranteed to vapor lock.
hey, now it's important to note that the only thing that didn't break down on your Jeep was the engine.
You're right. It's an Alford race engine. I recommend them to everyone.
Wait a minute.
We
hold
had
on.
vapor lock. We had broken e-brakes. We had broken
Battery
shock.
that died.
But did the
Not
e-brake
died,
broke?
but
There was
just
discussion
went
earlier
bad.
if you bashed it on the ledge, if it was your fault or not. Was it driver error that there's no e-brake anymore?
You know what? This is like going down in history on the podcast, so we're not going to talk about that part.
Somebody's going to talk about it.
We don't
This
talk
shit
about
lasts
that.
for life, bro. All I know is I loaned you an angle grinder and you cut part of it off. And you were like,
You know what?
this
I
is
was
way
really
easier.
amazed at today's technology with those cutoff grinders. That thing was pretty sweet.
Yeah, the
It
trick
made
was
short work of that.
super thin blades, bro. They cut
Oh,
real
I think
That
actually
thing's tore
you
up.
made short work of the e-brake
Yes.
on the rock.
Yeah,
Possibly.
he caused the problem, right?
Possibly.
I talked to Miller earlier today, and I was like, bro, we need a list of all the brakes of all the because
Oh, yeah.
you know, because I was flawless. I didn't know. I didn't know about
Here we
brakes.
go. No. Let's be clear. Your Jeep was flawless. You, on the other hand, were not my friend.
I don't know, dude. I heard a lot of people go, I kind of like Drunk Mike, dude. Like at the fires around night, like Drunk Mike is fucking funny, dude. So,
I'm not saying you weren't funny. I'm just saying you were flawless.
right. Well, I'm flawless. Come on, who we kidding?
I love Drunk Mike.
I do, me too.
I had some
apparently.
awesome conversations with you at the saloon in Crown King, which I won't really bring up here. But
You know what? That was
It had
one
to do
thing.
with Cheetos because
no
I
Cheetos.
still haven't figured out who I told that to.
There was there weren't Cheetos, but there was huevos involved.
That was one thing this year.
Cheetos was me.
Was I in a blackout? I totally don't remember any of that.
Wait a minute, you're Cookie Bear. You ain't Cheeto nothing.
No. Mike is Cheetos. I'm Cookie Bear. This is Cheetos.
You have to wait till next year, bro. Then you'll hear the Cheetos
No,
story.
I'm gonna say that was one thing this year that was a new dynamic is that because the first year with COVID, the bar wasn't open, the
Right.
saloon was not open.
It sucked.
Oh yeah.
So
that's
this
true.
year with the saloon and then they had a live band,
Yep.
it added a whole new dynamic of all of us down there.
The
partying.
worm.
It was a lot of fun.
I fucking
Oh,
missed it.
Between Andy Gooding
Right.
and Chris Harper, there was a serious dance off.
So one of them, I forget who it is because I was really drunk when I saw the video. But one of them can actually do the worm.
That's Harper.
And the other one just does this fucking flop thing.
That's Andy.
It's like who's doing a worm as a square block?
Yeah,
bro?
it
That
was
is
the
not
worm and the yardstick.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's what it was.
Andy called out the wrong dude.
That's fucking. He's like, I got this shit. Check this out. And he calls the wrong guy who could actually dance.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. God, that
Fucking
night.
Andy. All right. We'll get him in here, too, because this guy's my fucking hero.
But Crown King in general is awesome. We've been there many times. You know, that bar, the saloon, the breakfast in the morning. You can even, like, rent a cabin. You could camp out in, like, 30 to 40 different spots. I mean, you can go any time of year almost. You can camp in the snow, the middle of the summer. It's great temperature. Yeah. It's a great destination.
Oh, dude, it's the best.
Yeah. And it's busy
It
sometimes.
was a brothel at one time. You can rent.
You can still rent rooms.
Yes. You can rent a room upstairs.
For an hour?
That was a yeah, I mean, I don't think it's hourly anymore.
Well,
15 minutes for Max.
I think it's nightly now.
3 minutes for Andy.
Yeah.
old Mr. Touch and Squirt.
Is that squid? That's it, squirt.
Wait,
what
or is
Skip
it
told
Uncle
us,
Bad
bro.
Touch? What are you going by now, Andy?
Skip said, I barely spoon with this fucking guy, and he shot over my head. It's crazy. Anyway. That's goddamn funny, dude.
I'm sorry, Max. I don't mean to interrupt you
No,
all the time. Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to add that in.
No.
That was
Good job.
But we've all been to, like, if you live in Arizona, you've probably been to Crown King.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Crown
Or
King's
you
the
need
shit.
to.
If you
If
haven't,
you haven't,
go.
you need
Yeah.
to go.
And I mean, we've seen two-wheel drive S10s barely make it up to town, and I think they got towed to a junkyard afterwards. But you can almost take anything up there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Take a car up.
You
the
can get a
front
Honda
way-
Civic.
The front way, you can take any vehicle. The back way, you should have at least a stock old Willys.
You know what though? I wish
Or bigger.
I actually wish that Crown King was more hospitable though. Like sometimes it kind of got mad. You know what I mean? But
Who got mad?
Yeah.
No,
dude, they were just overwhelmed. That
No,
poor
that girl
bartender,
was
that first night,
overworked.
she got her.
But she was awesome the whole time. Like,
Oh, yeah. She was
Dude,
nice.
she was
just
just
overworked.
dressing hard, bro.
Was she
I
rude
threw
at
it-
all?
What?
Were they rude at all?
Yeah. So
Oh,
she was
really?
a little rude. But
Well-
I pulled her aside and I tossed her. You know, I was like, "You're doing fucking fantastic," and I tossed her a couple extra change. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, calm down. We understand that you can't get to all of us. You
Right.
expect
Change?
fucking 40 people here.
You tossed her some
You know what I mean?
change?
No, it's a little more in change.
Okay.
But which in the long run, but this is kind of funny. So this comes back where I pat somebody on the back, they pat you on the back, little whatever. I
Yeah.
pull her aside, do all that stuff. So we're going through, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get somebody to read what my bill is because I was trying to check it. I can see it on the thing, and somebody's like, it's $40, and he's all, how the fuck is that $40? Jesus Christ, bro! You had like 8 fucking drinks and this and that. And you're buying the bar. It's like that should be way more than $40, dude. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Ian? Shut up. So he's trying to throw me under the bus.
Oh, I was totally trying to throw you in the bus.
Not on purpose. He was just like the fucking kid that's all. How can you get away with that? It was kind of funny. But so, pat one bun in the back. Had a nice little bar tab that first one. That wasn't too crazy.
What night are you talking about?
The first night.
Thursday night?
Yeah, when I rolled up and you were there by yourself, and I was like, I just came to hang with you, bro.
I was totally by myself because I beat everybody there.
Hey, we rolled in at 1 because I was flawless, remember?
So I have to jump in here because I'm getting slayed over
This
here.
is fucking Andy. And
shit.
if he gets out of hand, I'm going to post the pictures.
Is he
of
the
him and his
worm or
dick
the
hanging
stick?
out.
So
Are you the worm or the stick?
He was the
The
stick.
yardstick. Okay.
some might call me the songbird of my generation. And in the spirit of giving, I brought the gift of music to camp.
Oh,
You
nice.
sang?
Yeah. Oh,
Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton.
Oh, I just saw that video.
That was a Cheeto night.
I remember loving Michael Bolton.
Did anyone happen to see the dual axle change at camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was totally because of monster truck tires.
Yeah. Illegal
Yeah.
bullshit.
That's the only
Both.
reason. That's the
So-
only reason those axles
So
broke.
spare Jeep.
Well, it's a spare.
Wait,
Not a spare fucker head.
is that what that was? Fucker head. Spare
Don't start
Jeep.
this now.
I did hear this. I did hear that you called.
Start a fire.
What's her name? Mary? Is that her?
Mary, yeah.
Mary's Jeep is the spare Jeep.
Don't mess with that.
Yeah.
Spare.
You know what's
So
fucking funny though? Her and I were both competing on filming.
You
Right?
want to get in here, Mary?
No, but I saw a spare.
Get
so
in
we
here.
brought
She's
Mary's
all pissed off.
we brought Mary's Jeep to the trail because we knew one might break down, and that's what that Jeep's
first
for,
beer.
just for extra parts. And
I mean, that's what monster truck tires do to your
yeah,
axles.
Yeah,
Every
total
time.
bullshit. Total bullshit.
That
Total
shit was twisted hard.
bullshit.
Yeah,
What are we
Total
talking
bullshit.
monster
They're good.
size here?
yeah.
31? 32?
What? I don't even know what they're fucking called. What? 750. 30, 750 16s, yeah. But
They're
what's the-
huge, bro.
What's the brand name?
They're totally legal.
Oh, that Power Kings. Yeah, Power Kings. Power Kings are total bullshit.
Stickies?
Or if you're a man, you have
probably running
D-stones,
water.
which are
They're
the same
just
thing.
unnecessary.
Okay.
I went everywhere these
Men
guys
run
did with Power
D-stones.
Kings. And I have 27-inch tires. You want to come up here and talk? Get up. Get up here.
Yeah, come on, Brian. You can jump in here, man.
Come on.
It's
I'll
getting a
handle
little.
my shit while I take a piss.
It's
on,
getting a
get
little
up here.
testy over here. It's getting a little
Mary,
testy.
come here.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Mike, that's the camera over there, and that's the camera.
My little
Oh,
elf
no.
friend Andy
My elf.
schooled Ian with Power King.
Wait, what?
What are they? 27s?
What are you talking about?
At Elvis.
Schooled me?
On Elvis.
We're talking about GDR right now.
On Elvis?
Go ahead.
That's all right.
Charles is making the blowjob. The universal blowjob thing. He's like, what are you doing over there, bro?
Just so everybody
caught
knows,
just-
it's not a spare fucker head.
These guys are going to fight.
And that's the
Welcome to
official
UFC.
statement
If we
from
only
Mary.
had Joe Rogan right now. In the left
I'll-
corner, we got Mary.
I'll beat his ass.
Right? Dude,
But seriously,
course.
so we had
I got 20 on Andy.
we had the tow Jeep up there. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
20.
that.
I got his back.
You're losing
Ride
20.
or die chick. I'm his ride or die chick.
So we had the tow Jeep up there, and spare Jeep lost 2 axles that trip.
Not because of me.
I do
It's
know
not
we
a
had the
spare
locker
Jeep.
out. Or the,
Yeah, oh, yeah,
we had
the whole carrier
the
was
carrier
out,
out.
yeah.
Because you and I were fighting over like video space. And I said, I was like, I never seen this before. I got it a year. And like, oh, I had that fucker apart last weekend. I totally know how to do this. I'll get out of your way. I was like, God damn. Like, I was like, she knows more than I do.
So that was a hell of a trail fix. And then on top of that, on that little obstacle, the little shelf on the way up to Crown King,
Yep. That's
Ben-
a good shelf, dude.
Ben was driving.
It's not easy.
It's not
spare.
a spare. It's not
sorry,
a spare fucker head.
Ben was driving Mary's Jeep,
Thanks.
and
afraid to get punched.
it lost a tranny gear.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not because of me.
Transfer case output shaft, right?
Mike, what was it? Yeah, transmission output gear.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. So we dumped out a bunch of water bottles, drained the gear oil into the water bottles, put the gear back on there. By we, I mean Ben and Mike.
Hashtag not you.
Hashtag not me. You don't want me working on your shit.
Somebody noted that we actually did have water bottles on this Jeep.
Yes,
Wow.
I provided the water bottles.
So, but did you put a new gear? Or did
No,
they
no,
put a
no.
new gear?
So they slid the gear back on, put the nut back on, poured the gear oil back out of the water bottles into the transmission,
Thank you, Mary.
and onward and outward we went.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it
That's
was pretty neat.
an incredible trail repair,
Yeah.
Dude,
in my
that
opinion.
It was.
Meanwhile,
yeah, totally.
Clint was beating the shit out of old 6-core.
I can make it, I swear.
Andy, you can go sit down now. Thank you.
Right.
Taking the camera pan over to mom.
You know, we don't need to go into that.
Did all that go down while Ian and I were having margaritas in the bar? Is that
Oh,
what was
yes.
going
That
on?
was about that time. It was
Right
about
around the
that
same
time.
Yeah,
it's
we
a
don't-
whole different shit, different trip when your shit works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So my rented mule got treated like it this year. Yeah. And yeah, it was. I did have a little bit of guilt that 1st
You're
night.
still defeated, bro. I can
Huh?
see it in your face right now. You're still defeated.
I feel it.
You totally
Literally after last
like,
year,
"Ah, sucks
like
so
last
bad."
year, it ran perfect. 6-quart. Other than
Aside from when you ran in the back of me?
well, no. Let's all right.
Aside
So
from
I
when you
don't-
didn't
that
have
was a
brakes?
push.
Look,
bro.
okay, stop. All right, now look. I don't always call myself a hero, but when okay, so here we are. There we were. We were heading down the trail, okay, and Ian's right in front of me. We're going down the trail. Charlie and I are in old 6-quart.
We were like 2 miles from the saloon at that point.
We were close, but you know what? The mountain was just barreling down on Ian. He didn't see it. He was oblivious to it.
Because I had
But
brakes.
The mountain was about to just attack him. You've heard of the Duke boys? The law will never get him, but the mountains will.
Yeah.
It
Hell
was
yeah.
about to get Ian. So what I had to do is he checked up on his brakes, and I had none.
Right.
So I turned, glanced his spare tire, and hit the mountain. I saved Ian's life.
That's the way I'm
You
feeling.
know,
I'm feeling.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
how the story
kinda.
went. I don't like to call myself a hero, but you know, if it fits, I'm gonna take
That
it.
was amazing reflexes, bro. You had to
Oh.
put your beer down
You know what? There were
and not
cats.
spill it.
You're right. No alcohol
Figure out
abuse
where the
at
clutch
all.
is.
That's right.
Which one is
Figure
that?
out where the clutch is.
So that-
Where's the fucking?
So,
where's
and
the
then and the
clutch?
rare thing is, so old 6-quart, we've had it. Dad bought it when I was about 2 weeks old.
Are you gonna start fucking crying?
I may. I get a little tear-eyed
The
about
great
it.
thing is your mother's back here shaking her head, hearing about how you treat old 6-quart. They used to be her Jeep.
Truth
I think
be
you came
told,
home in it.
truth be told,
she
it's
said.
actually still Mom's Jeep. It might be my name on the title, but it's still Mom's Jeep. But the amazing thing is, we've had that Jeep since I was 2 weeks old, so it's been in the family forever. And
This is like 70 years old.
you son of a bitch, you're about a year younger than me.
You guys age like shit. I'm just saying.
And Charlie learned to drive it, drove it in high school as his first vehicle. I did also. Not once did we hit that bumper and bend it until Ian was about to die and I had to save his life.
You saved his life.
That's it.
Taking it into the mountain.
This is really important stuff.
Okay,
'cause
let's hear
I'm
it.
sitting
Let's hear
over here listening to this stuff, and both of us drove old 6-quart, right? When
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
first Jeep.
Here we
right?
go.
Charlie drives the Jeep, one engine, one transmission, nothing. I mean, we just drove that old Jeep, and it just go and go and go. Little brother gets the Jeep. There's 5 engines into it now. I'm still tripping over this. I mean, we mentioned it earlier. This was just before the GDR. We got like five engines now since little brother started driving it. And we have pictures of proof of him jumping it in high school, too. He was in photography class and liked to jump Jeeps bad.
This is what I love about the Elliott brothers.
So,
It's just
so
back
here's-
and forth.
yes.
It's amazing.
so here's the deal. By the time I come around, because Charlie's 5.5 years older than me, by the time I got there was barely a Jeep left. Yeah. So I had to rebuild the whole thing.
One engine, one transmission.
Yeah.
Original engine,
And-
original transmission.
Yeah, completely destroyed by the time I got it. We got video of him climbing on the hood, acting like an animal on it. It's ridiculous.
Anyway, that's kind of the neat thing about the GDR. Those old memories of the old Jeeps, right?
Yeah.
And everybody, and then you meet
Yeah,
guys
absolutely.
that, like father and son, that are on the GDR this year. Like,
Yeah.
man, this is going to be in my family forever
Yeah.
because of the stories that you guys tell about the Jeeps
Right.
and stuff. That's what's really kind of cool.
I have to say that the GDR to me is all about community.
Yeah.
It's all about meeting new people, hooking up and meeting people that you've been friends with for 20 years, or just meeting somebody new that you've never met before
Yeah, like
and
how
having a
about-
good time.
Yeah, like how about the guys from Utah, right? A dad and 2 boys come down.
D-Light.
Yeah, they're yeah,
Yeah.
and David.
Yeah.
They all come down from Utah, and man, they were just such neat guys. And I ended up, my Jeep did pretty good. And
It
then I
did
had
okay.
Well, I had some wires that were hanging over there.
Yeah, you let
We
the
kinda had
smoke out of all your wiring, but that's okay. We're not going to talk about that as I had to pull you up the
All right,
mountain.
so we had a little electrical fire. But the cool thing is those guys jumped right over there and said, "Hey, man, we can fix this real quick. There's no problem." So
Yeah.
they start ripping wires out and everything. And then that was the precursor to me pushing Clint out of the way because he was beating the crap
here
out
we
of 6-quart. And I said, so we were
I'm
sitting
right
there.
here, you know.
It took them 5 minutes to rewire it while Clint's working on that rock face, right? So by the time they get it rewired, then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Hey, Clint, move over. I got to come over. So then I drive up it, and then Clint continues to beat the crap out of old 6-quart on that.
If you don't know, you've been
Face,
beating
right?
the crap out of this thing. Just in case. No
Now
one
it's
knows.
my turn to be beating the crap out of, right? Truth be told, about 3 weeks before GDR, we did the pinion seal out of my transfer case. Mike Dora was helping me, and he's like, hey, do you want to eliminate your emergency brake? I'm like, nah, I want to keep it original. Dad would have wanted it that way. Well, all the other Jeeps in the group don't have that emergency brake because if you don't know, that hangs down. That's like the lowest part.
This is a total cop-out coming right now. Total cop-out coming right now.
Okay, so if that's not the part that was keeping me from going up, why is it destroyed and in pieces now?
Because the front diff didn't give out first.
You know what? To cut that piece off.
Charlie, you've been drinking. It's time to sit down.
I think you're in my seat.
Good old brotherly love.
Yeah, right. I totally know this feeling. This feels so familiar.
Out here, brothers racing. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
That's some good shit.
Mom, can you come get your oldest?
I'll tell you what, though. So that night, I don't know where we're at because I took a piss. But when we were working on your Jeep, we're putting a new fuel filter on it.
His Jeep.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell you the time because it seemed like it was fucking always. We're doing the fuel pump in there. So
It broke in two. Has anyone ever seen a fuel pump break in two?
Exactly.
The housing.
Right? Yeah. Brian over there raising his hand. So you put in a second one, and it wasn't working.
Go.
Installed under.
Yeah, who installed
Who
that?
can do that?
Okay, some drinking might have been involved.
Yeah, we were only like 60 beers deep, so
Possibly.
I'll give you a pass, right? But this is where my buddy Travis Bunch comes in because that fucking
Travis
guy's
is a
my
great
hero, dude.
Great dude.
We're all huddled around your Jeep. You're clearly pissed off, right? You've had enough of this Jeep.
I've had a lifetime of it.
You're
Mike.
doing laps, and you're like, I don't give a fuck about this Jeep. I'm gonna go drink a few beers or whatever the hell you're doing, and you're doing laps. You're walking around, but you come back, and I'm holding tools. We have like 8 people surrounding the hood of the Jeep. We got people in the Jeep, blah blah blah. So I think it was you that was working on it. It was you or fucking Brian or somebody was tearing it apart.
Yeah.
But I'm standing right next to Travis, and he and I are drinking, and I'm holding the tools. I'm like the guy in the nursing room, like in the
surgery?
emergency. Yeah, like give me a 9/16. I'm like, there's 9/16.
Stat. 9/16 stat.
So we're taking the new broken fucking fuel pump out, and Travis is drinking. Somebody goes to hand, because I have the tool. Somebody hands him the fucking car or the fuel pump, and he waves it off. He's all, no, I don't know. Why did I do that?
That was me.
It went to somebody else.
I was trying to hand it to him,
Yeah.
and he was like, no.
He don't say a fucking peep. He just waves it off, dude. He's like, nope. I'm just gonna sit here and drink, bro. I'm not getting involved.
What number
in this
fuel
garbage.
pump was that?
You know what? We don't need to go into this, Mike.
Fuck, that was so funny, man.
You know what was cool, though, what you just said? Every time somebody would break down, there'd be like 8 people standing around.
Yeah.
8 people, 9 people,
Well,
10 people,
Yeah.
and then you're getting everybody's opinion from all different areas.
It's coming from
and then
everywhere.
if it's your Jeep that everybody's working on, you're like, oh, good God.
Yeah,
Here we go.
it's embarrassing.
Well,
right?
and that was
Right?
the whole
Is it
thing.
embarrassing? Was it
It-
embarrassing?
Yeah,
You know
was
what?
that
We don't
embarrassing?
I'll tell you what. It was such a
I
difference
think we all
between.
fixed our own shit, right? You can fix your own shit. I fixed my shit. You fix your shit. You did too,
I
right?
fixed all my own shit.
I'm
All
right,
of them.
Mike. I'm right here.
Right.
I'll tell you. But between Brian Croft and Ryan Miller, it was like, and then Skip, it was like
Yeah,
you
Skip was
couldn't
making
fight them
breakfast.
guys back from like wanting to jump in and just get shit done. It's like clearly they're the Ultra 4 racers that like speed, get it done, get the shit. And it was like, I want to work on the Jeep, but I'm not going to get in their way because they're actually getting it done. I'll just sit back and watch and stew over it.
Legit machines, dude. Like the
Well,
fucking.
there's
go
a
at it.
reason. There's a reason they win when they're an Ultra 4.
Yeah. So, and then Cole. Just another note. So Cole brought up his tow truck, right, which helped fucking tremendously.
That
A bunch
was
of
Superior
That was
Towing.
Mo the tow truck.
That thing, and I thought I saw Josh's here.
Is that the artwork
And
guy?
I'll tell you what,
That's the artwork.
you need, dude. You need to
Josh,
be working.
hey,
Josh needs to be
come up
working
here.
for Disney.
Come up here.
I swear, dude. It's
Come here,
so
man.
like I put pictures online on Instagram of it,
Right.
and it looks really kick-ass. But I'll tell you what, in person, it looks just as, if not better. It's amazing what this guy can do.
A fucking true. It's something amazing to see someone who has actual skills, like in crazy artistic skills, right? You make him go around the broken engines that old 6 court threw
Sorry,
out.
sorry.
You got to earn your keep, buddy.
So all the artwork on Mo, none of it was there. And if you look
Max
closely,
Kennedy, yeah.
this guy did 100% of it. And he's He is a badass at it.
Absolutely phenomenal. The way you worked around the rust spots and you would stop the fucking thing to make it look like it had been there forever.
Dude, it's real talent, and it's impressive. Like, literally, like if anyone's ever been to California
It's
Adventure,
giving me chills, dude.
dude, like, no, literally, if you've been to California Adventure and you walk in there and you see like the airplane, all the stuff that they have in Disneyland or California Adventure, it literally looks like something that should be parked there. The stuff you did is, it's amazing.
Thank you.
I love it.
I totally thought that's how it was. And they're like, no, Cole was like, Cole was like, no,
Hey.
that's my buddy Josh did all this.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
it's cool, dude.
somebody on Instagram, literally, there was a picture of Mo on Instagram, and somebody commented, "Dang man, that old patina, that's
Yeah.
awesome."
Yeah,
and they were a believer right
I
there.
think it's like
That
old
shit
Duck
was done
Adventures.
after the patina and the way you feather it into the rust spots that are gone.
Yeah, well, even in
It
person,
looks
like not
so
just on
legit.
pictures of it. In
Wait,
person,
there's rust-
it looks like it's actual old and patina, dude. It's
How
bad.
can people see what you do?
We'll post it all over Instagram.
Yeah, do you have
So at Art by Josh, which Josh is
on
spelled-
Instagram.
Josh is spelled Jaush.
What?
your parents'
He
hippies.
spells it.
That's not how we spell Josh.
Sorry, it's weird.
God
So-
damn it, Josh.
Yep. Art
If you
by
want to see
Josh.
Josh's stuff.
Or you could probably just find the Go Devil Run.
Yeah, GDR 2020.
GDR Go Devil Run on Instagram, the Go Devil Run,
Yep.
or the Go Devil Run on Facebook, and you could probably find Josh.
Even hashtag GDR 2021. That's what I've been hashtagging the shit out of it. Seriously, though, amazing. Literally amazing.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed doing it. It's cool.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
I have to say that Josh did the T-shirt art
Oh yeah.
for GDR,
Yep, right here.
And-
Mike Door's wearing, right?
and both the stickers that were in your bags this year. So.
Nice.
To Josh.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers. Nice.
Thank you, buddy.
Salute.
Great. We can hear Max slap his lips.
Definitely.
We did a hot wings challenge, dude.
No, thank
And,
you.
and I don't know if you've ever heard someone eating hot wings with fucking headphones on. It is so bad, dude. Just here.
Do this on camera?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking great.
We
that-
basically did the 10 hot wings, and they progressively get hotter. And the last one we did was what, like 3 million
No,
Scoville?
9
9 million
million
Scoville.
Scoville, dude.
And I was in
That's
charge
cute.
of the sauce application.
That's
I was
cute.
dousing them. Like there was a flood on every wing. It was
Yeah,
torture.
dude, and we didn't go to the ranch or the fucking milk till the very end, bro. Like, but I was like, he's all, put that shit on your tongue, dude. And there's this big ball. I'm fucking licking it like an idiot.
And why would you listen? You know?
Oh my God. It's fucking good though. It's called the hot wings. The hot wings challenge. Keep it
Just because he says it, Mike, doesn't mean
Yeah.
you need to do it.
You know how it goes, man. Sometimes you gotta roll with it.
And they got
need shit.
extremely
Thank you,
hot.
Anything for ratings. Mike's a whore.
Yeah.
Clout chasing, bro. Dude, speaking of which, you fucking shared my shit. I got like 22 followers from
Oh,
you
really?
sharing my
Whoa.
shit.
There's
More
two
than
of it.
anybody else.
I'll tell you what. So
Thanks,
I
homie.
started the Instagram Old Six Court like January of last year. Basically just to motivate myself to get it done.
Yeah.
And then that is how Brian Croft found me. And it messaged me and said, "Hey, we're doing this GDR run. Would you be interested?"
Is that
I'm
really?
like, dude, I'm in.
I thought all you fuckers knew each other forever.
No,
man.
we didn't know anyone. Charlie and I didn't know
I bought
anyone.
a tailgate off of him.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
Clint, why don't you tell that story about how how you and Charlie came into the whole group?
Yeah.
Well, so I started the Instagram page just dedicated to the old Six Court, and I guess I should cover why it's called Old Six Court.
I was wondering that myself.
Yeah, so in the 1970s, our family was part of a group that would go exploring old ghost towns and stuff in Arizona. We went on one of the trips, and we used so much oil, burned or used so much oil that we had to basically borrow 6 quarts from every other Jeep in there. So everyone else in the group started calling it Old Six Court. I'm guessing that Dad maybe didn't check the oil before we left. That's why it took so many. But who knows? We basically, the
you were
name
driving.
stuck. Huh?
Or you were driving.
I was like 8, dude. Come on.
I drove like that when you were 8.
You're probably right.
I think if we ask your brother, you just started that early. There he is.
According to the ledge, bro, you still
Hey,
driving like
let's
you
get
ate.
this straight. My brother will tell a story 1,000 times, and then he'll tell the truth. He'll tell it 1,000 ways, and then he might tell it the right way.
That's typical old brother.
I'm just going to say one thing. The funniest older brother hate I've ever heard in my life was last year when you said, you know what, you're just the prototype. I'm the real deal.
So Charlie always says that I'm 5.5 years late to the family meeting. He's just the rough draft. I'm the final product.
That's right. That's good, though, that you guys are still hanging out.
That's amazing.
You know
Me
what?
and my brothers, bro. It's older.
Mike's got a
Mom
great brother
would
story.
beat us if we don't.
That's right. Yeah. Just happens to be here.
That's the other.
All right, yeah.
Mike, give us like a quick 30-second breakdown of the rough brotherly story. The wedding. No? Okay. Cut.
No, we're not doing the Cheeto story. I'd rather tell the wedding story. Me and my older brother we went at it full blown in somebody's wedding. It was let's just say it got a little rowdy at the church. You know?
Well, at least you did it at the church, Mike.
Yeah, right. You know. Yeah, it was one of those regretful moments, but it happens. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
It made for a good
we'll just
story.
move on. It's better than the Cheetos.
Even at my wedding, someone got knocked out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was good. I mean,
You think
okay.
you could tell that story?
No,
Or
no. I mean, it's it's very domestic violence-y, the story.
Yeah.
So
It
I
was
think
fucking
the
crazy.
court mandated that
it
you don't
wasn't
talk
me,
about it.
and it wasn't me, by the way.
We were definitely sticking to.
I was getting married,
Yeah.
and
got married.
the best man did not agree with the girl he was sleeping with and his wife at the wedding.
That'll
they
do it.
got into it. Like it was.
Just let me know if you want me to cut this.
Yeah. It ended. I mean, it was also midnight, but it ended. Correct. Correct. Thank you. Thank you for the
Wow,
observation.
Dane. Cool, bro.
Just
Cool,
stab a
bro.
fork in his
Yeah.
heart, bro.
God.
Wow, Dane.
Sheesh.
Not cool, bro.
Also,
Flat fenders. Let's go
that
back
is
to
also
Anyway, I'm obsessed with flat fenders.
Dane. That's also not due to domestic violence. Okay, just to be clear.
Okay.
No.
So we got to get back on track. We'll go back to the flat fender run. Or not flat fender run. My apologies.
The Go Devil.
The Go Devil run. So it's a big party at camp.
The Go Devil Run.
Yes, the
.com.
Go Devil run.
The Go Devil Run Part 2.
Part 2. Right.
Ooh.
So you,
We're cultured, you know.
I wanted to speak up about the tacos. I don't know who you had cater the fucking tacos.
At camp?
Yeah. So
Were there tacos outside of camp?
dude,
I'm just thinking catering and camping. How they.
I'll tell you what.
Hey,
They're the best fucking tacos I ever had in my entire life.
Wow, really?
And I
Thank you.
honestly I don't know. So, quick ass story.
Okay.
Me and my kid, we went up to Blue Ridge Reservoir and we rafted. I got in a raft and I drug us to a fucking island like 2 miles down the river or whatever. And we camped and we had top ramen for 3 days. Then we ended up going back and we stopped at Clint's Wells restaurant and I ate their burger. And that burger was the most flavorful burger I had ever eaten in my entire life, to where it's making my mouth water. Right? And I don't know if it was the dust, the dirt, the dehydration, the beer, but those fucking tacos, bro, I was just like, holy fuck. They hit the spot so perfectly. And
Really?
yeah. And I don't understand the whole corn cheese. I'm not part of this thing.
Oh, come on.
You gotta explain that.
No,
part to
I
me.
will totally agree on the tacos. I ate 7 of them.
7?
I
Seven, you-
ate 5, and then
I
it
went back
really
to 3
was.
and
I
then
ate
off.
somebody else's.
No
Like,
wonder
I
that
probably
guy had
ate,
to
like,
starve
maybe
in
a
the
little bit of
tent.
Andy's. Andy could not finish a whole taco. I think I ate some of Morgan's. She only ate like 1. But yeah, I ate a lot of tacos, and they were incredible.
all right. So I had my son Blake made me a plate, but that was when we were doing the fuel pump, and I looked over and Brian and Mike, everyone else is working on my Jeep, and I got a plate of tacos, and I'm like, ooh, character moment. Do I eat the food, or do I push it off because these guys haven't eaten yet? And I'm like, damn it. I was an upstanding guy, and I let my food get a little cold.
Did you hand out the tacos?
Huh? Well, I didn't give him my tacos.
Brian's throwing that motherfucker under the bus. That son of a bitch was like, I know I shouldn't be eating this
Hey,
taco right
here's
now.
the
I feel
deal.
bad for all those guys.
And then someone came over and said, well, we're out of guacamole. And I think Brian and Ryan were like, shit.
That would have been me. I was like, son of a. bitch. No guacamole.
Right. I love
Yeah.
fucking guacamole.
Well, so here's to all the guys who helped me get my Jeep running long enough to vapor lock another mile down the road.
Well, we were
Damn
all
it.
trying to like, can somebody get him to fucking leave so we can fix his Jeep? Holy shit. He is totally fucking it up, man.
Ouch. Hey, Mike.
We ain't got many more fuel
Mike,
pumps, dude.
Mike, I'm right here, bro.
I know. That's how I roll, bro.
spares in
Yeah. Yeah, like, for fuck's sake, dude.
A lot of dicks drawn on that Jeep.
We ain't even
Hey.
got to the dicks yet,
All right.
bro. Oh, I
So
did
here's
draw
the
a
deal.
dick on your
Here's
window.
the deal. We're later on in night. We're sitting around the campfire, and Mike starts. Where's Mom? She out of here? Yeah. Okay.
Mom's gone.
So-
You're good. You're good.
Okay. So Mike over here starts talking about. You can tell a guy if he's a cock watcher or not.
Yeah.
By the way he draws a dick on your something.
That's true.
So he goes, if they drop from the top with the balls on the side, he's looking at his own dick. Yeah. If he draws it with the balls down below, he's a cock watcher.
He's looking at somebody else's dick.
So I go over to the Jeep, and in the dust on the windshield, here's a dick drawn
I'm sure you
from the
can.
top.
Top view
And
down,
I'm like,
bro.
I know the guy who drew it. He ratted himself out
I
by
only see
doing
my
that.
own dick.
I'm pretty.
I wasn't looking at Andy's dick.
I'm pretty sure.
I was like,
I hope
was
you guys
looking at
got
my
the
own
ability to edit, right? Good God. Jeez. Oh, but I wanted to say back to Ian. The true essence of the Go Devil run and having the original Jeeps. That's neat, and the right tire size and everything that you want to do. And everybody gets out there, and we appreciate seeing so many of them original ones. And then I heard somebody showed up in a Liberty.
I think it was a chick. I'm pretty sure it was a girl driving.
It was not a chick.
Was it? Well, I didn't know.
Hey,
I still don't know the whole story. But
technically-
somebody showed up in a Liberty, right? Or
Technically,
no?
it's a Jeep.
Right. Well, who was the guy in the white TJ? Because he was super giddy.
No,
about
that was-
Liberty.
That's Johnny.
That was Los Olivos.
Hey, that was the food. That was
He's
the food.
taco guy? Oh, yeah,
No,
he's
no
so-
hate towards them guys.
You know what's funny though?
Let me
Yeah.
throw it out there. Los Olivos of
Okay.
Scottsdale,
Los
Mexican
Olivos.
food
In downtown
Ooh,
Scottsdale.
Primo.
He's the one that did the tacos.
Yeah. So it's
Amazing.
It's
Amazing.
the Corral family. They contributed chips and salsa and cheese crisps. Oldest restaurant, one of the oldest restaurants in Scottsdale, the oldest Mexican restaurant in Scottsdale. 1947 they opened. And
He was Eric, correct?
And yeah, he didn't have the correct Jeep, but he's already telling me I'm looking for a flat fender now.
Here it is. Yeah. So I've got a line on two of them for him. I've got a line on, and yeah, John, which is dad, and
Johnny.
Johnny's
dad.
Johnny's dad. Yeah, and
Which
John
is opposite
son.
what you would
Yeah, it's
think.
opposite of what you'd think. But yeah, so we were talking. We were at the bar, right, and we're had a couple beers and everything. And he's like, I said, man, you got to get rid of that Jeep out there, and you got to get you a flatty. And he was all over it, man. He's like, okay. So we lined him up with two, the one in Avondale, and then I got another one. We're working on that.
Is one of them yellow?
He's not getting rid of the white one. He's just getting more Jeeps.
Right. Oh, you wanted the one in Avondale.
Hey, I need those leads too, because I'm in there. I need a tub and an engine.
I'm sorry.
I know one of those knocking pieces of
Chopped
shit.
liver. Did you say something?
Yeah, my chopped liver, bro. What the fuck, dude?
Hey, in my defense, back to the Liberty, it wasn't.
you?
It's me. It wasn't.
He knew.
It wasn't much more modified than some of the Willys out there with different frames, different engines. Okay,
Couple lockers.
couple lockers, a couple,
There was
a little
really
bit of
only-
Loctite. Good to
There's
go.
really only one actual legit 100%.
Plenty of cold
Jeep,
welds.
Right? That was Wayne.
Did you bring beer?
A few.
Which one was that? What are you saying?
It was Wayne, right? Wayne was the only one.
I
Still
think-
6-volt.
I,
No lockers.
Falar is lockers, but Wayne has no lockers. Yeah, 6-volt, no
Wayne's
lockers.
the legit only one.
Yeah,
34, and he's the only one.
and he is a Baja legend, like motorcycle Baja legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many Baja championships he's won,
but he's a legend.
You
And he-
never know it either.
He also got engaged on the trip.
I know. I was there. I happened to be there.
That's true.
We were wondering why
What about pistol?
Drew from Nadine and Drew, why Drew was wearing a shirt that said, he said yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, who?
that
Who
was
said yes, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was actually pretty cool.
So the GDR brings everything.
Yeah. It's fucking dope, dude.
Next year, GDR is going to bring pistols, old Jeep, on the run, and that is about as stock as they come.
That's awesome.
Still 6-bolt. You turn the key, it's turning the coil on. I mean,
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
thing-
Pistol Pete is.
Pistol Pete.
Oh, I know Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
Desert Racing Legend.
Oh.
Desert Racing Legend.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I have his.
A lot of
flat fender.
people. Oh, it's going. You have his
Yeah,
500?
yeah, I bought it.
Hey,
No way.
if you don't know who Pistol Pete is, Google it.
Yeah, he was actually on Truck Night America for some of the younger
Yeah,
folks.
yeah, he was like
He was
the
one of
main
the
man.
hosts,
And I
right?
have his
And he
old
died in an
flat fender.
accident in Baja, right?
And
Yeah.
it is unreal how original that Jeep is. Yeah, absolutely. Right there.
Pistol.
He did rentals and shit, right?
The
He's a
only
legend.
thing I did to that was add a locker to the rear end. No front locker. Everything else is original.
That's still illegal as fuck. You gotta take that.
Hey!
Pistol Pete or not, bro? He'd be like, "Hey, dude, that's illegal."
I got a real question for Ian.
Okay.
For a guy who doesn't have a Willys yet, but he wants it to work really well, what should you do to it that still fits into the parameters of what you want out of the Go Devil run? Like, use me as an example. If I go buy a complete stock Willys, what should I do to it or shouldn't I do to it to have a good time? Call Wayne.
Literally, all you should do is get it running and driving and bring it to the GDR.
Okay.
That's it.
That's good to know.
Do nothing.
That's good to know.
Do zero to
Yeah.
it. Put zero
you,
lockers
sir.
in it. I mean, unless it has a Solex, put a
My Solex
put a
run
WO
flawless,
on
bro.
it. But
What's yours run? Sorry.
But that's good to know for people who might not know, or I know there's
I've actually been asked that several times on
Yeah.
Facebook now. Like,
people might be
is
looking
the
to
stalker
come
really
out.
gonna make it on your trip?
oh
And-
yes,
and
it will
absolutely
absolutely make a bone stock Jeep or flat fender will make it on the GDR.
So you're saying this is no Brennan Metcalf trip?
No, it's not. It's not the flat fender run. The flat fender fun run is like a day run, and you go through some hard shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is a new, like a. I keep trying to, because people say like, they go, "Is it hard?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like it's fucking
it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you got to. I mean, it's not for your everyday sissy. You know what I mean? Like,
No, that's what makes it.
but how do you do that when we're like 50-year-old drunks fucking making it? You know what I mean? Like, how do you say it's tough when we're all
So it's
fucking
tough.
old and
It's
fat
tough for the vehicle that we're in.
and hammered?
Yeah, yeah,
If you had a race car, that same trail is nothing.
right.
But an off-road
and,
race car.
And the Friday Flat Fender run in Moab that Brennan puts on is meant to. He's trying to eliminate people now.
Yeah.
He's trying to like.
It's big.
Yeah, he had 58 this year, so
Yeah.
he's trying to
It's
eliminate
8
those
a.m. till
people.
Fucking 11 a.m.
He,
So,
the reason he chose the trail that he did this year was to tell those stalker guys, "Hey, you probably shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like if you've been on the trail for 12 hours, you probably shouldn't be here."
But in a nice way.
In a nice way.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Everyone's friendly and.
nobody wants to kick anybody out. Like
Of
even
course.
on this, I've been asked.
Oh,
like,
I want to kick some people out.
Ooh.
I probably come on, yeah.
Oh,
Andy's,
sorry, Andy.
Andy's my friend, bro. I don't know. Habanero Ranch.
Hey,
I
well,
have no idea why you guys call him
Let's
that.
make a list after the podcast.
I'm right here, Ian. Come on, man.
But
Sorry,
this
Glenn.
is definitely a like to give your to answer your question. The best thing about it is if you can make it run and you know you're confident that it's going to run, everything else can
Yes.
be fixed.
Yes.
But it has to fucking run.
It should be dependable.
Yes.
And not right out of the barn.
Right.
You should.
Put some miles on it.
That's how I dig.
Put some miles on
You
it.
should
prior
put-
to GD.
Drive it around a little, right?
You
So
should-
like
You should put 500 miles on it
Yeah.
before you go in the GDR.
I drug because this fucker was 250. This trip was I logged at least 250.
I logged
250
I
miles.
logged
Yeah.
270.
270. Yeah. And some of them
You must have taken a wrong turn. You know?
We had to go retrieve a couple guys.
This is Chris Harper, by the way. Chris Harper is an animal.
You have to
And,
drink it, bro. This isn't fucking.
Yeah.
Just happened on.
Can't-
Wow.
You can't spill all of it.
Say it, don't spray it.
Wow.
That's like
I just wanted a beer. I didn't want you to spill it on me. Thanks,
you can
Chris.
chug a beer, but you have to chug it.
You are amazing.
You were blowing
Thank
that
you
out,
so
bro.
much.
I think that was a 50-50.
Thank you.
That's a 50-50.
So I got
That-
so I have to say this. If your hips are as blown out and
We're
you
gonna
can't
eat this
walk
pizza,
like Cole
or-
Alford, the next generation right
That's
here,
yours. That's yours.
this
That's
young
yours.
man,
That's for you.
he's been driving a Willys
Send another beer.
for a couple years here, and he enjoys it.
How old are you now?
This is Riker.
Hi, I'm Mike Phillips.
You like driving these things?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. My stepdad has definitely taught me a lot, and my mom, they're a pretty cool thing to drive. I like them a lot.
That's
They're-
awesome.
Beer?
Yeah.
No, wait, you're,
Damn it,
I
Mike.
love your glasses. Bob.
your Uncle Cole. Your Uncle Cole is about.
Just because you wear pit vipers.
Yeah, he's 80. Well, he acts 80. I mean, his hips are all blowed out, and he's gonna be in a bed soon. So
Yeah.
so you're gonna take over for Uncle Cole, right?
Yeah, he gets up and he like walks like he's at least 90. It's like.
Ouch.
But you're our savior. You're our savior.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna take over on the flat fender world.
Very nice.
Have you drove? So you drove the flat fender already?
Yes, sir.
First off, let me comment on your style real fast. How old are you?
I'm 13.
13. I was getting a beer while you might have said that. So, first off, your glasses are dope. Monster Energy's sweet. You got some beat up old Vans on there. I'm digging your style, bro. Rip curl. Nice.
Hey.
Long mullet going.
What did you think about Big Willie out there? Did you enjoy hanging out in that thing?
Yes, sir. Big Willie is
Yes.
cool. I've been on a couple rides around the block and stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
What did we listen to? What did we listen to? But on the way home from Fredericks or whatever, you requested a song. Do you remember?
We listened to
Talk right in the top of the mic, right there.
we listened to rock.
No,
I mean walk.
it was Metallica.
It was
Oh,
it
there
was
we go.
it was walk. I think is what it's called.
From Pantera? Pantera's Walk?
It was Merle Haggard.
He had a song request, and I was like, "What? What is that?" And I still don't know what it was, but it was good.
Wow. Very informative.
That was awesome.
I'm pretty sure it was called rock or walk.
From Pantera.
I don't know. I had to look
Does it go,
I think
you
so.
are whatever? Pantera, okay, yeah. Whatever. Call yourself a friend.
So here's the deal with Riker. This 13. This little dude, he's the next generation of flat fender dudes. He's such a cool kid, and it's just cool to see him. He goes out there and wheels the shit out of them at 13, and
No row bar.
yeah. although his
No
mom,
gym. No jungle gyms.
yeah, but he's just a really cool kid. I've seen him in the last year doing it, and he's pretty cool.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I think it's important though to transfer this shit down. You know what I mean? Like seriously, or this is gonna be lost.
Yeah.
Like, it goes back to like what makes the flat fender guys different? Like why the fuck are we beating ourselves to death?
I believe it's called insanity.
It's not, but no, literally, there's something weird. You can't get how many people are there? I saw Nadine said like 60 people or 80 people, right?
I mean, it was over 60. Yeah.
All those people together, different opinions, different political bullshit, all that, and nobody argued, nobody fought, nobody did. There was no judgmenting going on.
Right.
All of us revel in garbage somehow.
Well,
And
here's
fucking like what is different about us? Because there is something different.
well, there's always like one asshole in the group.
yeah, but not in this group.
Well, here's the deal.
Are you calling out
I
your brother?
I started thinking maybe it's me because I couldn't find him.
You couldn't find the asshole. Yeah, I was about to say that. If you don't know who it is, it's you, bro.
That's what I was afraid of. I'm like, there's not one person here that's like not cool. So it's like, what's going on?
But for real, seriously though, like I have thought of this so many times, going, why the fuck do we put ourselves through something where you're beating yourself to death under the sun, no top, half an inch suspension maybe, right? Like
Wow, you got the
for
extra suspension?
250 fucking miles. You know what I mean? For like, and there's like. Thanks, Charlie.
There's always one.
What is it though?
I will tell you, it's because politics don't matter out there.
No, nothing matters.
We're on one mission, one goal, to get from point A to point B.
I thought we were there just to drink beer.
Well, I mean that's part of the mission. Yeah. I didn't know that was your only mission.
Well, I mean,
just because you couldn't keep your shit running, bro.
But no, seriously.
Like, oh, it's all about drinking.
Seriously, I've wheeled all over the world with all different types of people, and I've never quite wheeled with a group of people like the Willys group. I mean, seriously. I mean, last year I went on the. This was the first. Like, I've never considered owning a Willys. Last year, you know, I came on the ride, and it like, you know.
So elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like why? Like
why?
Where does that come from? What's the difference?
Well, I mean, they're great people. I mean, seriously, like look at you guys. I mean, we're having such a good time. It really is. It's back to simplicity. I think. I mean, it's just back to the basics, and just nobody really cares about like what's going on. You know, it's really not. It's not about like what you have, like what you. It's just. It's back to the basics, and seriously, like I own 10 flat fenders now. I know.
In 1 year.
Last year.
In 1 year.
I know. I hate to say that.
You're an asshole, dude.
I know.
You're
I know.
wrecking
You
the
want one?
market.
hey, I'm Dane, and I have the Willys problem.
No, I really do.
What were you gonna say, Mike?
So I don't know if that's exactly it, because he and I will in a group of a bunch of JKs, and they're fantastic fucking people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's
but
just
they're
something.
JK guys.
Having it the same.
I know, bro, but
Well,
it's
you guys are
different.
celebrities. They're very different,
Like
of
half the
course.
people
No, we knew
slept
them
on the
before.
fucking
Yeah,
ground.
yeah.
We knew them before.
Yeah.
Half
I've
the
whittled-
people slept in cots are on the ground. Like
What,
literally.
JK guys?
What JK guys?
No,
I was about to
you
say.
guys.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
JK's. Like,
What
wait
do
a
the
minute.
JK guys
Excuse me.
Dude, they
Like,
gotta have hotels or.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
just a
no,
couple,
that's
right?
I don't mean to
the
interrupt.
Willie. Yeah.
Go ahead. What
Yeah.
were you
I'm
gonna
just
say?
saying there's something else different about flat fender guys, because I've been on trails
yeah.
with JK guys and other and like look, I came angry Chris on Mud Springs because of fucking some asshole.
Yeah.
Like there's some, but here it doesn't matter what happened. There's no angry Chris coming out, dude. So I like again coming back from Prescott.
What brings angry Chris out?
I have no idea.
Ignorance.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Ignorance, laziness,
JK.
assholes.
no, so okay,
So those weren't on the Go Devil run?
No, but that's what I'm
They were
saying.
there.
Like, dude, you put 60 fucking people in with different opinions. Everybody's diverse. Everybody's cutting on everybody. Everybody's
Right.
fucking with everyone nonstop, and it doesn't matter. Somehow, all of us are connected in a weird fucking level that I don't know why.
It's different than JK guys?
100%.
Yeah.
How?
I totally
Because
agree
we
with
don't-
that.
Like we're
Yeah.
all dirty as fuck, and we sleep
Yeah.
on the ground. Even though I know JK guys like Maxwell in his liberty will sleep on the fucking ground. He's dirty. He likes camping.
Are you calling
I
us
do-
white trash?
No, it's not even white trash, dude. I know. I'm dead serious about this. I'm dead serious.
Multicultural
There is a
trash.
different mentality with the flat fender people that will put themselves through that. It's essentially torture in a slow pace.
Yeah.
Because you're not going fast. There's no egos involved. Fucking Brian, we got Brian. He's an Ultra 4 racer.
Brian
Top
Croft
guy-
actually
top
is a
guy,
celebrity.
Ultra 4
Yeah,
racer.
he really is
And
a
he has
celebrity.
he says, I don't know, dude. I can't go down Black Bear Pass. You're gonna lift a fucking tire, dude. That's scary. And this guy's like the flat fender brings the kid sort of back to you
Yeah.
of. What is it, dude? Do you know? Like, seriously, I really would like to know.
Elaborate on
what
this, Brian.
is it? Why do you have an Ultra 4 car and a flat fender, and you like the flat fender stuff?
Bringing it back to the basics.
Right?
That's
It
the
has to
biggest
be
thing. I
something.
mean, it's you're running the most dumb, stupid vehicle out there that's 4-wheel drive, and it goes anywhere you want it to, and it's just 1940s, technology. But we're now in the 2020s, and we're running $400,000 race cars. But I have more fun driving a $1,000 Willys. if you
Right.
will.
Hell yes. Hell yes. I mean, like,
All right, I gotta step in here.
All of a sudden, everybody needs a mic.
Hold on.
Of all the Willys that are on the trip, Brian's is anything but $1,000 Jeep.
Hold on.
I'm
Hold
gonna be
on.
honest.
Hold on. I got to
$5
take the
grand
stage
tops.
here. I got to take a stage here. We've been working a deal on me buying his $1,000 Willys. So
Is
Here's what would a guy think when you just said $1,000 for that Willys? I'm in.
I got 500 for you, bro.
I don't think anyone would ever sell one because the enjoyment you have with it and the bond you have with the vehicle and the land and everything. I mean, like you're saying, it's just a different mentality.
It's a roots mentality.
That's why it's more than $1,000.
Yeah,
Roots.
You know what? Which one of us here would sell a Willys?
I've sold 5 of them.
I hear
at Mike
crickets.
Dora.
I hear
Or,
crickets.
sorry, 3, 2.
Hey, I'm not a communist. I wouldn't sell
But
one.
you sold them to fellow people that you know and like that will enjoy them, probably with
You
you.
kinda know where it's
that's
going. You're
that's
still keeping
different.
track
That's
of
like
it.
Dane owning 10, and you said you already sold some engines, right? Some lockers. You sold things to friends that you
I
know.
sold a locker
or-
to maybe somebody in this room. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. I didn't really want to. I mean, the lockers are kind of rare.
We can't talk
now.
about lockers.
Yeah,
Ian-
yeah,
Ian's
yeah,
right here.
yeah.
Ian's right here.
It's illegal shit.
Stalker.
You know?
Ooh.
It is.
What about
Lockers
the 12
are
volt,
not
12
illegal.
volt
You can't see it.
conversion?
They've never been illegal.
Right? You can't see it in the picture.
Hey, subsection 4, Article 3 of GDR rules clearly states lockers are not.
That was the fucking best, dude.
Illegal.
Every now, because I'm not a Facebook guy, so every now and then I log in just to see what's going on, you know. And you would see hashtag rule 491. You know, like Jesus Christ, how many rules are on this thing? But it was just random shit, you know, like this.
Got to be an attorney to figure it out.
The rule book is growing.
Yeah.
Because people, I mean, like Brian here,
Takes 10
fucking
packs of Lee Springs.
pushing the limits over here.
Or fucking Ryan Miller. I mean,
Or Miller, yes.
fantastic.
yeah.
The guy brought the whole warehouse
I mean,
with him, but he's got some shiny shit on there.
I have to say that there are way more illegal guys than this guy.
I think what we need, really, I don't know if you should be on here, Brian, because if Ultra 4 sees that you've been driving a Willys around, I think that's kind of your key. You won Moab, right, in Ultra 4?
Yeah.
I think we can clearly say that that's because you've been driving the old Willys.
Yeah,
It's kind of a PED.
It's the Ultra
It's a-
134.
You're right, and I think you probably should keep it quiet
You should
that you're
change
driving
your
the
number
Willys
to
around
one.
because it's kind of an unfair
So
advantage.
don't tell people your secret training regimen.
It's like
I mean, it's kind of like steroids. It's It's steroids for the Ultra 4, and I don't know that you should be broadcasting it. I'm just gonna be honest.
You know what's funny about that is I ride motorcycles, right, and Harleys. But this is funny, the unnecessary revs.
That is funny.
Anyway, so I ride Harleys, but when I started riding dirt bikes, it made me a better street bike rider because I was used to it fucking slapping around underneath me. You know what I mean? So I wasn't worried about little fucking road grade or whatever. You know? It's like, oh, that's just normal. You know?
Yeah.
That's the same shit you're going through, right? You're like, yeah, this is fucking great, bro. Like, no suspension,
A
stop.
little different, but
Grind some gears.
similar, but different.
Let's just take let's take what I'm saying and go with it, Brian. Come on.
Hey, I want to throw something out too. We were talking about Ryan Miller bringing all the parts and everything, and all the support that we get when we get ready for a GDR, right? Rob at Willys Works in Tucson,
Right.
has just been absolutely golden for us.
How come
I
he
mean,
hasn't
Mike
been on this
Dora
run?
goes down there every week. He's got for work, and he goes down there and he picks up stuff for everybody,
Yes,
right?
you're
I
right.
mean, he comes back with a truckload of Willys parts. Yeah, we text a list to Mike Dora,
Willys
and then
Works.
Willys Works in Tucson. Rob is just phenomenal, man. That guy sets us up.
He's not the guy on the internet with the picture where like all the Willies are up on racks. Is that bullshit?
Who knows where that guy is?
Okay,
I'd
wasn't
like
sure
to
if that
know.
was shit or not.
Rob's into CJ5s, unfortunately.
Oh, but he's got everything else we need.
Perfect.
Yeah, right. That's fucking good shit. So
But I mean, I want to ask Brian. Do you think that driving your flat fender has taught you anything in preparation for a 4400 race?
I don't know about 44, but I definitely in just wheeling itself. You look at different lines. You look at how the vehicle is going to react different.
Really?
Because I'm not one of those guys that wants to wheel with a cage. I wheeled all Moab last week or whatever month and
2
a half
weeks
ago,
yeah.
with no cage, and people are looking at me like I'm an idiot, but you got to trust the vehicle, and you learn a lot more when you're putting your life on the line, if you
Right.
will, and learning what the vehicle is capable of and what your body and your mind is more capable of, trusting the vehicle.
But you don't think that transfers at all to
It has
the
to
4400
in your class
stuff?
11, right? Don't you have a class 11 bug? You
Oh
just
yeah,
off the grid?
that's a good call. Yeah.
It has to go to that. You have to be picking the same lines. as that bug.
Or could it be as simple as the Go Devil run is so fun and enjoyable and off-road that it brings like different enjoyment back versus like racing enjoyment versus like leisurely enjoyment?
So I mean, I have a fully built JL, 70s, you know, blah blah blah. I mean, it's fully built. I have more fun wheeling the wheelies, and I had the opportunity to bring, you know, my Willys, my JL, my race car all to Moab and wheel whichever one I wanted, and the one I chose to wheel was the Willys.
Wow.
Nice.
All week. I mean, that was the one vehicle that I enjoy more than anything.
And there's some awesome footage of that.
Yeah.
Oh
Going
my
up
God, there's some
escalator,
awesome
bro.
footage of that.
That's the shit.
But
it's funny. You always have you have like a race car with you, and then you just always have the Willys with you.
the
That's
Willys
pretty
is just,
fucking cool.
It just brings it back to basic wheeling. I mean, you're wheeling literally a 2x4 on wheels.
Yeah. Where
it doesn't have much suspension travel. I mean, it's got 4 wheels and a steering wheel.
Where can we follow you on social media or
just B Crofts?
B Crofts?
Yeah, on Instagram. Or CB Motorsports.
And you'll recognize he's got one of the sweet. Let's just put it straight. When we go to the GDR, there's every single one of those old Willys. There's something on them that I like about every single one.
Yeah.
Because each one of them has a little bit of different character. But I'm going to be honest, the Luzon Red that he has is just one of the sweetest.
Is that the dark red one out front here?
Yeah,
that was pretty nice.
It's literally,
it stands out.
And let's be fair, because my dad bought 1990. It's in parts over there. It was Luzon red with cream wheels. It's basically what he's got.
Yeah.
And so the whole time my dad bought that 1990, I've always dreamed of it, basically looking what he's got. But your Willys is one of the sweetest Willys out there. Top to bottom, it's really
Your dad's is pretty nice too, but he's super quiet.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
You gotta bring him out of his shell, bro.
Yeah, that thing is the other one that you got for your dad, Artcroft, is like it's like it's from brand new off the showroom floor. It's so clean and so
They're
sweet.
clean.
So I think that's the other thing that makes the GDR run that much more special is like Brian Gabriel and his dad came. The father and son from Utah came that restore Willys. My dad and myself come.
Yeah.
Like I have so much fun with my father watching my dad. That's he was born in 47, so first 74. So he's wheeling a vehicle that's older than him right now.
Yeah.
And it's just cool to see him get back in something that's older than him and have as much fun, and we can enjoy it together. That's what brings everything together.
That's rad.
I've talked to him a little bit about it. He seems to
you don't
really,
talk
really
very
love
much.
it.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk much about it.
Yeah, he doesn't talk much, and I thought maybe Art doesn't really like me that much or something. I'm like, and I tried to like work in there and like, hey Art, what's going on? And he still was like kind of quiet, but I don't know. I hope he likes me.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Start
dude.
talking like was it Model A's?
Yeah.
Last year we got talking Model A's because we got.
A guy?
Yeah.
Well, he's got the old race car stuff, so there's a wheelhouse if you want to get started. But and that, like you said, with your dad and Charlie and my brother has been in here, and we have old 6-quart that my dad, bought when I was 2 weeks old. But literally, and I know I've said this a million times, everyone that's been on the run has heard me. This run is like in the wheelhouse, exactly of what Charlie and I grew up doing. That's my dad would have been so giddy about this whole run. It's like, he's all about original stuff, and and all through, because I drove my Jeep. I drove through high school, and it was, hey, that they make blowers for 4 cylinders. Yeah. Hey, I've got a small block Chevy we can drop in that. So I had to fight that all through high school of, hey, drop a small block in it, And it was like Dad was all about just keep it original. It's always cool. And this GDR run.
Let me stop you right there. Why were you so
pro stock? Like, how did you fight him saying, let's drop a small block in it?
Jordan.
Oh, like my buddies saying drop a small block?
Oh, I thought it was your dad.
Oh, no. My dad was all about original.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my dad was all about original stuff.
So your buddies were like,
well,
drop
because
a
it's
small
high
block
school, you know,
Yeah.
everyone's an idiot in high school, but, you know, and so actually, and then what really solidified it for me is in about 92, 93, I had a cousin from California. He came over here to go through he was over the school for mechanic school that's here in Arizona. UTI.
Yeah.
And he had a 283 in like a 43. And that thing would pull wheelies out on the street. It was cool. It was fast, fun as shit to drive. But when we went four-wheeling, we called him a post hole digger because that son of a bitch had no bottom end. As soon as he'd get on it, he'd sink it. Yeah. He had it was like it's not a good match.
Yeah.
You know, and so the wheelies, it's just they work. And, you know.
All right, Brian. Let's pretend like Ian's not here, all right? What should we really be doing to these willies to have a good time?
Keep them stock.
Yeah, no.
I keep asking the same question.
Really keep it stock. I mean, that was so Ian and Miller were the two people that got me into the Willys. The first time I drove one was Miller's, and I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world. But it was actually really smooth, and I had so much fun. I was coming back from Pine Top, which is about 4 hours from here, and on the way home, I was searching for Willys for sale to try and buy one.
That's awesome.
But like Ian says, keep them stock. You know, keep the stock motor.
Keep it easy. Keep it stock. Simple.
You know, if you really want to go play with them, like most of the guys, we got lockers in them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to.
That's what I keep hearing.
You don't need to upgrade them. You know, like Miller and I have, but I
have seen aluminum steering on one.
Yeah, they're out there. But you know, you don't need to modify them as modified as myself and Miller or maybe Dora has.
But you guys go through them pretty good.
We do, yeah. So they're like mine.
I don't want to give away your secrets.
Mine out there is, you know, got all brand new everything in it as far as bearings, seals, etc.
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't want any problems. But these
did you have any problems on the Go Devil run?
Apparently, I was the first one to have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. He was the first one to
So
have a
nothing,
problem.
even with going through everything, seals, bearings, electrical, upgrades, you can still have an issue.
Yeah.
And you still need to be able to work on it.
So, correct. Yeah. Well, the first thing right when we pulled off the trailer and I put it in line with everyone is I had a fuel leak right out of the fuel pump.
So that's actually the beauty of this whole thing is these guys that are Ultra 4 that go through top to bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he's successful in Ultra 4 is
there's no guarantee.
He goes through everything. You're right. There's no guarantees that your shit's
everyone's
gonna
an equal across the go.
Well, and then the beauty of it is though, is everyone has the same thing. So like I should have only went through one fuel pump, but I put the other one under the cam. But we're not going to go into that.
You shouldn't have gone through a carburetor either.
Well,
you went through 3.
No, 2. But we cleaned out it all. So, God damn it, Brian.
Giving it all away.
You know, but the beauty of the whole thing is the camaraderie of, other than last year when they'll leave your ass.
Yeah, they will.
You know what? I got left the day that you guys went to Prescott. We got left, but you know what? I'm the winner because you know who we got left with? The Johnnies from Los Olivos.
Ooh.
We had chips and salsa, beer.
That's the guy we were talking about.
All of
you.
you. Hey, Dane, we had your alcohol.
Hold on, real fast.
And we had hot tamales.
So basically, you had a much better day.
Good. Dude, I rolled up.
You didn't have his cookies though.
Ooh.
Right.
You're goddamn right.
If you ever come on this run, get Dane's cookies. Yeah. So I rolled up.
I don't mess with the devil's cabbage.
Here's the difference between having your shit running and not running. Last year we stayed at camp. I did that too. I slept every you fuckers were out partying at the lake, and I was all super jealous.
Yeah.
And so I also did. I rode passenger last year, and this year I drove. Way better driving. Yeah. Way better driving. Way better having your own rig. That's the way to go. But I rolled up next to you. I'm like, did everybody leave already? You're like, yeah. They're all
it was like that.
I was
bad.
like, you're not going. You're like, I'm not running that good. Yeah, you're totally pouting,
damn.
bro. You're
Right on my
pouting
sleeve.
So
You can see it
fucking
right
hard.
on my sleeve.
Dude, I never felt somebody broken, and I was like, all right, cool, see ya. I was like,
I'm leaving your ass.
we'll leave your ass, bro. I'm moving on with the crew. Yeah, podcast. Good shit.
Dude, yeah, it was a complete, the whole thing last year, because Charlie and I didn't know anyone.
Right.
And we had barely met Cole and Mike. I had sold Mike a tailgate for his Jeep, but we didn't know anyone.
Now you're all best friends.
Well, yeah, I got my Jeep friends.
Hey, we were Instagram friends.
You're right. You
Insta
would message
friend.
me, and I didn't even have Instagram. My wife did. My wife is totally into Jeeps if you look at Facebook.
Okay.
But we didn't know anyone, and so we showed up, and it was like the biggest fear is I don't want to be that guy that breaks down that everyone's going to have to mess with.
Yep.
And last year, it was like cruised right through, no vapor lock.
Just
Went
brake
through the whole-
issues. You were that guy.
Well, let's just be honest. I saved Ian.
Yeah.
We're not going to go into being a hero. I mean, Ian's only here because of us, but I'm not going to go into that. I don't want to call myself a hero.
Dude, I get it. When you fucking break, your whole goal is like, don't be that guy, and you're in this mad dash to get it fixed.
And literally, the first year, last year, like minimal effort, minimal preparation.
Yep.
So then comes this year, I've had a full year, and I'm looking forward to this weekend. You would think I'd be fully prepared. Guess what? It was nothing but a freaking shit show,
dude.
The whole time.
It's
it
weird.
Was mad.
I called Drew, man. I was like, bro, we going on this or what? He's like, and he's whining, And I was like, fuck it, send your Jeep over here. We didn't look at it till a week prior. That thing had been the exact same way from the day we parked it a week last year.
Those fuel issues sat around
but you were literally a fuel tank away from having a good weekend.
That's it. That's all it was. So fix the fucking fuel tank, and then, everything else was golden. It's funny. He texted me today. He said the new fuel tank showed up, and I got a funny point about this. Is my neighbor's like, I'm a fucking pipe fitter, bro. I've been fucking local 7408 or whatever.
You know
blah,
he
blah,
can
blah.
watch this, right?
I've been welding, huh?
He can
I've been
watch
welding
this, right?
fucking 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 40 fucking years. I can weld. And I sent him my tank. I go, you think you could TIG weld this up? Put this little fucking bung in here. You got a giant hole. He's like, you can't do that. Throw that piece of shit in. He told me that, dude. So I was like, all right, Mike. His name's Mike also. I was like, all right, thanks. Goodbye. And then I fucking went over to the bench and I threw some fucking TIG on it with a little silicone bronze and some red coat in there.
Dry ice in it?
Bench worked fucking great.
Did you dry ice in it, or how'd you inert it? Or you just...
I don't even know what you're talking
you just
about.
manned
That's totally fucking Greek to me, dude.
Ignorance
you
is
just
bliss.
manned up and said, I don't care if it explodes?
Yeah, I'm just fucking rolling with it, bro. That's it.
Hey, but no
I
leaks.
took the gas cap off. Was that cool?
Oh,
I didn't want it to explode. I tigged it and siliconed it, and I was like, I can figure this out.
You didn't water it or nothing? You're a madman.
I don't even know what that is. And then fucking that red coat works great.
Your wife loves you, bro. Come on, man.
Whatever. She's seen me do worse. But at any rate, so I actually think I want to close off on some of this stuff. Like, I think that this is going to be the premier flat fender destination run. Like, I think this is going to be the top shit.
So it's gonna grow.
Oh,
most
without a
likely.
doubt. And I like that you're keeping it. Like, you better get your shit in, and you better get on it. I like the 34 cap or whatever it is. That's a good number.
34
or whatever it is.
It's gonna be Renegade. I'm not getting all organized, and this year was probably too organized for me, really. I want to keep it Renegade. Like,
if you know, you know.
Yeah. Like, did you pay? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's a fee.
Then you're gonna be here.
He rolls up. He's like, "You got your things for your raffle?" I'm like, "What raffle?" He's all, "Oh, those are Trent's." I was like, "Okay, dude." I was like, "I go to Trent's." I go, "Do you got 2 red bags for me, bro?" He's like, "Probably." I was like, "All right, cool. Guess I'm not in the fucking raffle." But I didn't care. None of that shit I have anyway. I was like, it's pretty funny. But yes, I agree with your Renegade stuff. But
so keep it fun, keep it simple.
I don't want to keep it. I don't want it to get so organized
that it becomes a job.
I mean, it's already a job, but.
Well, we appreciate the work that you do.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, this
but I don't want it to get so. I don't know how to explain it really. Like,
I was trying to explain to Max, like, there's a lot of rules, but there's also no rules.
That's right. That's a good explanation.
Yeah. Seriously,
yeah.
I think the biggest thing you don't want is it to become not fun. And when you create too many rules and too many regulations, then it becomes no longer fun and enjoyable, because you want anyone that has a flat fender to be able to enjoy it and whatnot. Right. But at the same time, you still want to keep it grassroots as far as or
Right.
true to spec as Go Devil Run, period correct, etc.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but there shouldn't be people trying to push the rules, trying to like squeak by and like. I mean, Mike isn't in here right now, but like Mike Dora with the modern tread, like it's total bullshit.
but see, there's
is that
like
the Maxxis
tire?
It's a bias ply tire.
It's a bias ply tire, but it's modern tread, and so he like squeaked by, and so then I have to modify the rule book. I mean, I think we might have to like have an actual printed rule book next year
inspection
and tech inspection.
But
imagine the time we're all lined up and you kick somebody the fuck out. Like no 3Bs, bro.
Hey, that might happen next year.
If you go back to like Ultimate Adventure and whatnot, remember you had to submit what you were going to bring,
right?
And you had to submit, if you had all the safety specs and etc. Yeah. And I think that's what you don't want to have to do is deal with getting a bunch of people sending information. This is what I have. Am I legal to go?
Right.
UA have a vote.
Correct. Yeah.
Like they all sit down around a table and they're like.
So maybe you need to enlist your main guys.
Well, yeah.
And there's going to be potentially, can you get in or not?
I've had that like
it's going
2 dozen times already. Going, can I get in with this? And I'm like, you gotta ask that fucking guy. Like,
I want to. You know what?
I'm OG, bro.
But what everybody should be doing. Thank you. Good God. But it is what it is. It's the Go Devil Run,
right?
And everybody should really believe in the essence of what it is. So,
right. Exactly.
So we're getting off on something that we shouldn't have to get off on.
No.
So what's your solution?
Well, you probably don't have a solution. It probably ain't gonna happen, but it's cool. Most people try and stick to what the reality of it is, and everybody pretty much does that. I mean, it's fun though. But
I think the solution is that you keep it true to what it is. It's the Go Devil Run. You have to have an L134.
That's right.
Welcome to the group, or go do the Friday flat fender run in Moab.
That's right.
Okay, so
which is pretty open,
what,
right?
Do you have an open knuckle Dana 30?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah,
no.
Oh, really?
Because we're bringing it back to what it is old school. We're still running 10 spline axles. We're still running a Dana 25, Dana 41 or 44, right? Because it could have came in a later model CJ3 or in 38A1. And there's a lot of different parts that are able to intermingle on these wheelies. So the biggest thing I think is L31, T90. Dana 18, Dana 25, Dana 41.
There's definitely plenty of other runs that those guys can go on. Exactly. This motherfucker needs to be tight. It needs to be this.
Place for everything, and this
right.
one is for the.
And I that's one of the benefits. I love it. Like, so last year I rode. This year I drove a loaner. But I was like, I'm totally cool with riding.
Right.
And when I drove this year, I was like, I literally have to have one because it's way funner to fucking drive one.
Well, you got 1 year.
I know, but but the point of it is I'm with you. You have to keep it true to the spec. When all these people go like, "Hey, can we have a high hood? Can we do this? Can we do that?" And it's like, "Fuck, really? No, dude.
I get 2 or 3 messages all the time.
I want you to be legit, just like everybody else.
I mean,
you have the lockers and
high hoods are okay if you're an OG, like Travis.
So one.
Jeremy, yeah.
He was open, did everything.
Yeah. Oh, he was hauling ass too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's on my ass the whole fucking day on
Jeremy
Saturday.
really is an OG. Like
Jeremy let us approve.
He was open. That was
it's a flat fender though.
It really is.
You're not gonna show up with a CJ5
Did a high
L134.
Did they come with Go Devil engines though?
Yeah.
The high hood.
Well, I mean, he had an overhead valve.
Yeah. Well.
So he's sort of illegal.
Sort of.
But it's still a flat fender.
The Hurricane.
But he did everything open. It was impressive. I was behind him most of the time, and I was
he
like,
did
you know
really
what?
well too.
He brought that Jeep exactly how it came out of the factory, and that right there, kudos to you, Jeremy.
It's legit.
Yeah. You know,
I mean,
Moab Tours.
That's the only like leeway that I'm giving after this year is 3Bs.
Yeah.
Like The only overhead Valkyrie.
Come up and open it.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
be locked.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the deal,
Flat fender.
Ian.
Legit flat
What?
fender.
As long as I'm in, I don't give a shit.
We're still debating that, bro. we can't have you breaking down all the fucking
After the
time.
pouty face I carried all this year, I expect you to.
You're
kick
kind
me
of being
out.
bitchy, bro.
I was kind of being a bitch.
But back to your question on how do you limit it, I think that's the biggest thing is the flathead 4, the L134. That's it.
Right.
I mean, that's the biggest thing.
And it has to be the look. Like you have to, like you said, the two things that matter to me the most is this flathead, and that if you turned it black and white, you couldn't tell if it's from fucking 52 or not.
Yeah.
Period.
That's the end up be all, really.
Right.
Is the black and white picture.
Yep.
I don't care. I mean, really, if you have shiny shocks and
You can't tell in a black and white
Well, if
photo.
you paint them black,
you can't
know
really,
Brian's
you
right
kinda
here.
can.
I don't have shiny shocks.
I know you don't.
dude, we were
But-
covering our coolers because they were fake as fuck. We were covering the coolers with tarps for the pictures. You
That's
know what I
good.
mean?
That's great.
Like you got to hide all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's part of it to me.
Right.
Like you got to be. The beauty of it is just how. That's why I go back to. Is it fucking hard? Because I get asked a lot, like, is it hard? What is this? I'm like, I don't know, because we're all fat and drunk. Like, I don't know how it's hard. We just have a persistence that we're willing to push through to continue on. The whole
doesn't
goal
matter if
is
it's
to make
hard or
the
not.
fucking end.
I wore a sport coat all day long in Arizona heat.
Like a total jackass.
That's
No,
how.
I was just kidding.
That's how
No, it's
real
good.
I wanted to be.
Yeah.
What were
This
the
is
highs?
District Selectman Dale, and he approves this message.
That's a good point. What was your favorite part of this whole gig?
Favorite part of the whole trip?
Yeah.
I would say it's beer stops, really. I mean, that's really what I love about the whole thing, is just the camaraderie, the community. Like when we stop and we talk, and I might have never talked to this dude before, and we just stop and we're bullshitting and talking about whatever. Like that's the
Liberties.
That's the about liberties. That's the most precious part to me.
Yeah, so Cole Alford put out the stickers for everybody, beer stops and vapor locks.
Yeah.
So, somebody vapor locks, we stop on a trail. Man, that's when you meet everybody that
Right.
you haven't talked to, right?
Yes.
Because you're talking to your own group. You're
Yeah.
kind of hanging with your
Yes.
guys and stuff
Yes.
that you're traveling with. And then all of a sudden, trails stop and you
Yes.
get out.
But
Some of the
and you get to
craziest
talk
shit
to
breaks
everybody.
out
That's
too,
fun.
like fucking Brian with his Otter Pop vodkas, bro.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah, what was that?
so good when it's 100 degrees out.
But really, truthfully, the most precious part to me is that, like, we have the whole Santan crew and they all know each other and camp together. But the most precious part to me is that, like, maybe Dane doesn't know this motherfucker, and maybe he has vapor lock, and Dane stops to help him out, and they make a connection. And that's the most valuable thing to me.
Yeah.
The friendships out of it.
The
Yeah,
friendship.
66. How many people? I mean, we had
60
35
something.
Jeeps,
Yeah, it was 60.
and that many
Nadine
people.
counted it all up.
Here's the
And
deal.
yeah, it was cool.
The GDR is kick-ass.
It really is.
Yeah,
right?
we can really end up with this is just a kick-ass deal.
So we're coming back from Prescott. I'm with Robert and Vern. We're heading back. I don't have a phone, and we're like, we get up on this crest of this hill, and I lose my headlights.
You didn't have your wallet at Prescott either.
I had nothing.
Convenient when beer
The point is
paying for
I
beer.
had no lights, no nothing. I'm sitting there, and the sun's going down, and we're like, at that exact moment, and I think somebody posted like a picture of the sunset. We all just stopped, cracked a fucking beer. We watched the sun go down, dude. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yes.
And we were just like, nothing on the fucking planet matters right now.
Right.
Like we were just chilling. Like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
It was
Exactly.
absolutely the
And you
greatest
just-
thing ever.
Yeah, and you just feel, you can stop like that and not worry about it because as a group, there's so much knowledge
Yeah.
and ability to fix anything.
Right.
Sorry.
Except for this. motherfucker.
I'm right
You broke
here.
it so bad nobody can fix it. 100 years experience and we
Hey,
can't fix
I
your
mean, we're
shit.
going to get all these Jeeps except for a couple
Hey,
out
I
of here,
was-
right?
I was already at the saloon half drunk. So let's
It's
just
true,
be
though.
honest.
You sit there and you're like, so where the light came in is I was sitting there and I lost my headlights and I was like, I got no phone, no fucking flashlight, no headlights because I was relying on my phone. I got nothing. I have all the tools to fix it with no fucking light. But I have a cooler filled with beer and some meat. I'm
You're
just here
good.
till morning.
Priorities.
I'm just gonna chill and motherfucker's gonna turn around and I'll see some headlights eventually coming back to get you. There's no fucking worry, even though you have to be you are.
Rugged independence.
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, like I don't know. So like I broke a spring plate, right? And I first walked over and I said, I broke a shock. Somebody said your shock broke off, and I was like, oh, fucking my shock broke off. So I go over to I see the spring plate's broke, but it took out one of the U-bolt. It took out one of the eyes of the U-bolt with it when it broke. So I go over to 24 people and I was like, yo man, you got a welder? You got a welder? You got a welder? And they're like, for what? And I was like, yeah, shock melt broke off. And they're like, we don't break the welder out for fucking comfort, bro. That doesn't happen. It's got to be legit.
That's cosmetic. Insurance don't pay for that.
But let's
keep moving.
Didn't the guys from Utah, the Delight Brothers, and they had a 24-volt welder?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, that was
M38.
They're awesome as fuck too.
They are.
So quick draw restorations up in Liberty, Ogden, Utah Valley are amazing.
Yeah, those guys were cool. We got down. I got to get on it with a fucking.
They were.
welder. I haven't done it.
Yeah,
in a while.
and
It's a couple batteries. No, we played with it. Yeah, prior. But so I told him I took out the fucking U-bolt too. Then your buddy or our buddy, all of us, Richard. Or wait, no, who's the guy from Robert? Robert's like, I got a fucking spring plate. Oh, it happens to be the exact thing that you need with the fucking U-bolts, bro. Yeah. So I was like, sweet. I just angle grinded that shit right off. Boom, boom. Mo's over there with his tow truck, jacking it up. The point of it is none of that would have happened had I not initiated it. Yeah. Like the group expects you to start. Yeah. You'll have 1,000 fucking people jump in, but you better fucking start. So you know what I mean? We ain't gonna wait around for you to fix your
my
shit.
son Blake was like, every time someone opens a hood, it's like a bunch of pigeons.
9,000.
They just all
So
gather
true,
around
dude.
it and just watching it. It's crazy.
Isn't it weird, right? Just waiting your turn to
open
shine,
a hood,
bro.
everyone shows up.
Yeah, that's what's fucking cool. So like, you get all knocked out, you fucking everybody jumps in. That's where I'm trying to like tell people that are thinking about coming on this. You have to be willing and kind of know what you're doing, and you're gonna have everybody fucking jump in. You have 100 fucking years of people jump in. Yeah. But you can't just roll in and expect everybody.
Well,
to
and
do
it also helps everyone if you're running if you're legal, everyone's running the same equipment.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
It all fits, you know.
Yeah.
And just drive behind Millers and Cross.
Yeah, right.
And nothing.
Make
bad
sure
will
Ryan
happen.
Miller's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan Miller will
And
change your
Crofts.
head gasket.
Crofts
in
will do the
a
mechanics.
Circle K
Millers will
parking
supply
lot.
the parts.
Miller's Outpost.
That was epic.
That is pretty
That
epic.
really is legendary. Like, what other vehicle can you change a head gasket in a Circle K parking lot?
So
48 minutes.
yeah, so we
Key to key.
we kind of beat you guys to Prescott by about 2 hours. So we already had lunch and whatnot.
Yeah, we were talking about that too.
Cheater
we were
Jeeps,
talking about that
cheater illegal
We're
Jeeps
like, what's up with
should
the fucking
beat
race
us to
car guys
Prescott.
taking off everywhere,
No,
bro?
in all seriousness, like a guy blew a head gasket, and you and Ryan Miller.
So yeah, that we were
You
just
tell the story.
We were just in Prescott. We got done having lunch and didn't know if any of you guys were there. We seen one of the Willies drive by down by Whiskey Row, and that was it. And we were like, well, let's go. What's the mine out there? Ian, what's the mine out there on the way back to Crown King? No, the mine.
The Elliott brothers don't know about a mine?
Like DeSoto? Is it DeSoto?
Come on now.
So,
Oh yeah, DeSoto mine.
yeah, so Miller and I and my dad were all talking about doing the back road to DeSoto back into Crown King because we kind of were ahead of schedule. So so we were like, all right, let's go to the gas station, fill up. As soon as we pull in the gas station at Circle K, we seen Vern and Mike and Robert sitting there, and we didn't think anything of it. They had the hood pop. Typical Willies, right? So we're filling
Nothing
up,
new here.
and we pull over to see if everything was good. And Mike's going, man, I think I blew a head gasket. And by the time he said, I think I blew a head gasket. Miller's like, I got a head gasket, and I'm asking for the 3/4 and the 11/16, and we're pulling the head off of it. And from start to finish, we were done in 48 minutes.
Yeah,
And there was 8 minutes of trying to figure out what Mike had going on with his distributor, because he had the firing order all different than what we were used to. So
we're actually a 40-minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Mike Tarvin said. He literally was telling me the story because I wasn't there. We had already left the gas station. And he said, that's when he said, fucking Miller is a walking warehouse and Croft is a fucking machine, dude. He said, he's like, I was ready to call a tow truck. Somebody come get it. No big deal. I was ready to cave in. And he goes, nope, let's change this bitch right here, dude. It was like,
That's
right here.
incredible.
Boom.
What other vehicle can you do that in?
Well, and how many? I mean, the other major repairs that we did up there in camp. I mean, axles.
Yeah,
and-
that dual axle swap and the carrier coming
we
out.
did a
Yeah, I
lot.
saw
Mo,
that come
thank
out
you,
before. That was
Cole.
pretty
Thank you,
impressive to
Cole.
watch,
That
too.
came in very handy. Mo was amazing.
That's where you can go. When you know you're in a group of people you belong. When you can go, like somebody handed you the carrier. Hey, go pull that shit out. Just
But
walk off, and
go-
you took over from that.
going back to your, what do you need to go on the Go Devil run? You need a stock, Willys.
Yep.
You need knowledge of how to work or how to physically take apart a Willys and put it back together. I didn't know any of this until I bought one.
Yep.
This thing's, I never knew how to adjust points. I never learned that in school. Never learned that. I didn't even know what points were, but you got to learn how to do everything and make sure you can keep that vehicle running.
That's it.
Keep it stock, keep it simple.
And
if
it
you
really
can fucking start it.
if
If you
you-
can keep it running and going, then
Yeah.
there's enough knowledge to teach you what you don't know.
And if you're just a good person with a stock Willys and want to come have fun, I mean, you're gonna number one, you're gonna learn some stuff.
Yep.
If you're not at that level.
I never seen an
And
axle
it's so
come
cool.
apart till that time. That's why Mary's laughing at me because I was like, we're fighting for fucking camera angles. I'm like, I'm trying to fucking learn here, ladies. And she's all, ours, all right, get out of the way.
So I had Dora help me put a locker in just before the Go Devil run in my father's Willys, and we did it in his nice clean shop, no problem. Well, come to find out, right? I have to repay the favor and do it in the dirt in the middle of the mountain.
That's how it works.
It was
that's fucking good.
but it was good time. It's fun, and what's nice is if someone doesn't know anything about it, they learn right
Well,
then and there.
and here's how you learn. We put 3 fuel pumps in a 6-quart in an hour, right? 3.
3 of them.
Yeah, when somebody hands you one that's broke clean in half, you're like, I think something's wrong. Something might not be right. So,
Maybe somebody learned something there. I don't
you know
know.
what we did learn though? Even a new fuel pump, what we did learn though, right? Even a brand new fuel pump, you got to prime.
Well, no, you also, I don't know if you know it, but a new fuel pump will fit under the cam lobe.
Yeah, well,
And
I
then-
have
and then
never seen that.
all of us kind of
You
knew
have
that.
now.
But you're the one that put it in, man. So, hey, you got to learn the hard
You know
way.
what? Some alcohol was involved. We'll just say that.
Whatever. Rookie.
Some drinking was involved.
Anyways, yeah, that's good. I definitely think this is going to be hands down. This is I just cannot explain this to other people how this fucking run is.
It's not.
You just have to do it. It's not for everybody, without a doubt. It's not. It's like hardcore old dudes. Dude.
No, but anyone can do it if they go out and find a
They can.
stock flat fender and get a hold of Ian.
Not anybody though. See, I see because I got friends that just got loads of fucking money. Like my neighbor ain't doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna be bitching. There's no fucking AC.
You
It's
better
all
not be
this fuck.
whiny.
He's not gonna be like.
You better not be whiny.
This is the
Do
best
not.
water vodka pop I ever had in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Like,
here's the deal. All of us on the Go Devil run, no one likes to hang out with a pussy.
it's kind of it, right?
I kind of
Right?
like pussy.
I mean, yeah, it's a good fucking time. And cheers to you, my friend, because
Yes.
it's
Cheers.
literally the best
Cheers
run
there,
ever.
bud.
Yeah.
Cheers to
It's
Ian.
amazing. Amazing.
Right.
The only reason that I own watch out, Mike.
Such your
Like,
dick.
damn it.
We'll end
Andy?
with that.
Only reason I own 10 flat fenders is because of the
Bravo.
Devil Run. Like, damn it.
Right. You're amongst friends. Go ahead and say it.
No, don't.
I'm Dane.
My name's Dan and I have a problem.
There you go.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
So we'll wrap this shit up. You're gonna be in San Felipe
Yeah,
soon?
next Wednesday.
All right. So
Nice.
if you're watching, check out.
Myself and my fiance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Bailey's back in first time.
We're not married quite yet.
Oh, okay. But this is her first time back in the car, right?
Yeah, since last year. So,
But I think Bailey and you are going to be on the Go Devil run next year with the baby.
You're not bringing a fucking baby.
There's no baby.
Hey.
We don't accept
Are you gonna name
pussies
the
around
baby
here.
Carlos?
There could be a new baby.
She'll be a year old. I mean, there could.
she'll be a year old. She's already wheeled all of Moab. So
There we go.
Oh shit!
You just put a baby seat in the back seat. You're fucking done.
You could use the top.
well,
of the baby
then you
seat
need
as
to okay trailers because we'll have to bring a trailer.
Hey, here's a weird thing. From last year's Go Devil run, right? So last year we had 21 Jeeps, and it produced 2 new babies.
No, yep.
3.
That's right.
3 new babies.
3?
Oh, yeah. 3 new babies from last year's GDR. This year's GDR.
Miller.
Crofts, Miller. Oh, Miller.
Yeah.
And
actually,
Andy and Tandra. Little Charlie.
Are they really?
Is his name Charlie?
Wow. Are they really conceived on the Go Devil run?
No.
That's awesome.
it makes a better story, Ian, if we
Yeah,
just go
Ian.
with it.
Yeah.
We can edit that out.
We
Thanks.
didn't even touch on some of the fire stories, campfire stories, where who's the guys from Utah who's like, I got a fucking scar. And he's trying to tell you a unicorn stabbed him with a fucking horn. Turned out to be. Were you guys there for that shit? And Andy breaking out with his giant scar and tells us it's from kickball. Like, dude,
that was Cheeto night. That was Cheeto night. You told us Cheeto's story. Bailey, we need you back here to tell everybody to shut up in the camp. At one point, especially Sean, we need you to beat her to Sean Smith. There's a guy you need to tell him to shut up.
Is Bailey the one
Bailey
that said,
told us to shut up
hey,
the
we're
first
fucking
year.
sleeping. Shut up at the campfire.
Thank you, Bailey. Thank you so much.
I closed
we
the
need you
campfire
back
twice.
next year.
Twice. I shut it off once.
So the Willys is her favorite thing. I mean, it's her.
Really?
Like that's one of the reasons why you'll never get that Jeep, is because it's Bailey's and.
Why'd we back up here?
Right.
But it's
Charlie
her favorite
wants that
thing.
Jeep.
So she was really bummed not to be able to make it, but she definitely wants to go next year. So.
What was the reason? Why didn't she come?
Baby's only 2 months old.
Yeah.
So
She needs to be there next year to delegate. She
Yeah.
really does.
2
Bailey,
months is plenty.
Bailey, you're going to tell us when we need to all shut up, especially Sean.
This
Especially
fucking
Sean.
run was way better than last year, right? I mean, this was 10 times. She missed out so fucking bad.
Oh,
That's
so
what I'm
bad.
saying.
How was it better than last year?
I didn't have all the issues with the car. We almost fucking folded in.
Hey, no, the funniest thing about you last year. All right, so I got a million pictures from last year, right?
Right.
Every picture I have of you, you're in that Jeep and you're like this.
Y'all tucked under the fucking canopy, bro. It was awesome, dude.
That was like everything collapsed around you guys. You were like,
That was, we have no roll bar. Let's stack this shit as high as we can get.
yeah.
And we'll just fucking make
It was
it
like,
cover.
It was like, hey,
'Cause it was
Mike.
hot, dude.
Hey, Mike. You know, thumbs up, and you kind of creep out there.
Last year was hotter than this year. It was.
This year I went full top only, bro. No top at all.
Next year, Big
It's better
Willie
with the top.
will have a top that will be, available to anyone. Or baby blue, or whatever your.
As long as it doesn't have a
company name
cage.
is. Yeah.
I'm working on a top right now. No windshield up.
Really?
Like a Bimini kind of boat top. So you can leave your umbrellas at home.
Now, does
Yeah,
that take a
those
CJ
umbrellas really ruin the
Will
picture,
that take
by
like a
guys.
They do,
CJ2
they do.
or what?
They what?
Does it use the CJ2 or the? Well, basically, does it work on an M38?
Yeah. Totally does.
Because I've seen, like the CJ2 or 3s have the right behind like the seat. They have the little bracket.
No, it totally works on any flat fender,
All right.
and you could do like 65.
Because my sunburned nose, because of the hat.
Wait, did you just say 65 with a sail facing the other way?
And no windshield up.
With what motor?
I can't wait till my Jeep does 65.
Right?
Salted and all.
Dude, look at this.
Salted.
That's a dope ass.
Salted
Wait a minute.
fucking margarita
That was
right
definitely
here.
from Mrs. Elliott.
Salted
that was not
margarita.
From these women.
Thank you, Vicky Toria.
Miss
bring enough to
Miss
share?
Victoria, look at this. No, that's Ian's. That's all Ian's. Yeah.
I think
I know this is a documentary. This is not a podcast.
I know we were just talking about Bailey. I think she just called me and told me to get the fuck home. So
I guess this is over. Brian has to fucking go.
Thank you, Bailey, for letting us borrow him for so many questions.
So how do you guys wrap these things up?
Just like this. Watch. Motherfucker, this is the shit, bro. You made the best fucking run ever, man. Brian, thank you for coming. Charles, thanks for giving us your place. Clint, check that shit out.
Thanks for
Clint? Dane. Colombian drug lord. I would like to know your story, bro. I
don't want to ever hear my story, ever.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Hey, and it's Chuck, Charlie, or Chaz, never Charles.
What did I say? Charles, did I?
No, this is.
Did I fuck that up, man?
Yeah.
Don't throw me under the goddamn bus, bro. That's Charlie. All right. No, thank you very much. Seriously, this is a dope ass run. My favorite run of the fucking year. Thank you guys for doing this with us, and we are out. That's a wrap.
Out.
That's a wrap.
Oh.
No, we're not
Especially
done yet.
Max out. No, we're not done.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Ian has
All right,
something to say.
Never mind.
We're not done yet.
No, fuck this.
If you want to get in on Go Devil Run, it's at the Go Devil Run, Instagram, and everything else is at bigwilliejeep.com. Or at Big Willie Jeep.
Don't fuck around.
Instagram, everything. Don't fuck
You can
around.
also DM. Keep it simple, Offroad. I'll get you in contact with Ian. Whatever you got to do, whatever you have to need. But this is not for pussies. So if you're a pussy, you might as well stay home.
It's not for
do
pussies.
Not check in.
If you got a
Hey,
V6, don't come. If you got a V6, you're not
you
coming.
don't have an L134, fuck.
Here's the deal.
If you got a thin skin, this ain't for you either, dude.
That's right.
This shit is tough.
Let's go drive. Let's go drive Big Willie around
I'm going to be honest. I think Max wants to get the hell home.
Yeah, we're gonna drive Big Willie around the block right
Max
now.
is the only one sober. He wants to get home.
Dane is driving. Dane is driving.
I'll wreck into my truck on the way out of here.
Mike might drive too.
I'll drive it. I'll drive it.
Mike needs to drive Big Willie around the block.
I think now we're just a bunch of drunk idiots.
Yeah.
Charlie might drive.
I fucking love how Charlie said, "I don't want to be part of that goddamn."
Oh, Charlie's coming.
And then motherfucker's just trying to get attention the whole time.
Half of it.
Charlie didn't even want to be on the fucking podcast tonight. He was like, "Oh no, I don't want to be on this motherfucker."
Yeah, but there's 9 beer cans and beer bottles and beer caps.
Hey,
oh my god!
Who the hell's gonna clean all this
He
shit?
rolls up like this.
I'm out.
I don't want to borrow this. What do you guys do? You guys hanging out? What's going on right now?
Hello.